Hello, everybody. This is Saturnalia Director's Commentary. Welcome, welcome, welcome. With us, we have Callie Bussell, who plays Lily.
Hi.
Josh Bzura, who plays the lead character, Dan.
Hello, hello.
Daniel, who plays Daniel Santillana, to say both first and last name, who plays not only the funniest character, no offense to everybody else, but the standout performance of the whole show, the Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
He's a monster, we know.
And Tom McCloskey and Jordan Currie.
Hello.
Who are in the film to some degree, but also crucial crew members to the film.
Damn right.
Editor, sound designer, Grip, the voice of Raphael. Here we go. Are we ready? You can start the movie in 5, 4, 3, 2, loud.
Ow!
Ow. Begin.
Look at that. All right, the movie has begun. The Fellpeller Studios logo is up on the screen.
Who's Fellpeller?
Some shitty ass production company I've never heard of before. We're drinking sake, some whiskey.
All right.
It's not bad though.
Never mind. Just trying to share with you.
No, I mean,
Look at that font.
Look at that
Yeah,
font.
that's-
That font's
it is
pretty
beautiful.
cool. Where did we download that from?
You don't want to talk about that.
We-
I made that font by hand. I did
Tom
not
did
find it
that.
online,
Tom
and
did
we
that.
own the rights to it if I did.
Yes.
So, anyways, the premise of this film was very derivative of a short that was written in the very early stages of COVID during 2020. I was approached by somebody looking to collaborate on a short film. Callie's gonna laugh at that one. But once the script was written, I was just like, you know what? I think I want to make this a feature film instead of doing a short film. At that time, I was intending on ditching everybody in this room and moving to California and being like, fuck y'all. But I didn't. And I was like, you know what? I think I have all the friends and talent around me that I could ever possibly want. And I was like, I think if I want to make a film that is something that I have at the helm, I can do it right now. And I was like, fuck it. I'm going to take all the money I bankrolled from COVID relief. And that is exactly what I did. And I was like, you know what? Here's double-digit money to make a movie, and we're gonna put our whole ass and our whole badussi into this. And
Double digit as in more than $99 or $99?
it was
Double-digit
$100.
thousands.
13.
It was $100. It was $13 whole dollars that we put into making this movie.
And still somehow didn't come up with spider insurance.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Well, we
fucking weird
maxed
that
that out the spider insurance. But this is a film that was like,
Never again, Josh.
my whole personality / taste in film / like everything we had learned at this point in our lives. Let's like just bust our ass and just make a fucking movie while we can, because at this point in time, people weren't working in the film industry. People were doing absolutely nothing. This was like 3 weeks before a vaccine for COVID came out, so people were even weary about working on this at the time. And it was just really a testament to like what you can do like with a group of people that like really care about working on a film, and something I'm proud of seeing the final product. And yeah, this is
Rightly
Saturnalia.
so.
It's pretty awesome. It's pretty beast.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking cool, dude.
Yeah. The scene to kick us off
This opening scene is
is
killer.
a scene that was actually in the middle of the script at the very beginning,
That's
but
Yeah,
in editing,
I like it better here.
in editing, we made it as the cold opener for the film.
Only one cold open?
There's maybe a reason why we put it here, but we'll put a pin in that and talk about it later,
Yeah.
because you'll figure it out.
You gotta
You'll
spread
figure
this
it
kind of
out.
stuff out, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
You
I
gotta
do
spread
want to
this
say,
stuff out.
Kyle Patrick right here
Phenomenal.
absolutely killed it.
Jesse was awesome too.
And Jesse was phenomenal. They, as for as small of a role as they have in the film,
Set the tone.
they really set the tone for the film. You're absolutely
Yeah.
correct.
100%.
And it just really helps kind of bring you into what the film is going to be about. right out of the gate,
That's
and just
sexy online.
yeah, exactly.
Man.
That's
Look at that. That's peak male performance.
that is.
Well, no, but like that really does set the tone for this movie.
For real.
It's two like
Forces.
dickhead lawyers bickering
Yeah.
over the soul of an idiot, and like that's this movie in a nutshell.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Right now, this is somebody that you do not know the name of. Oh man, no way you
We
do,
love
because
a
it's
black
Raffi.
screen with
But who's the other guy?
people
Whoa.
talking.
Yeah, this is
For
this
10
is,
fucking minutes.
well, this is right now. This is somebody that you do not know the name of. Oh man, no way you
We
do,
love
because
a
it's
black
Raffi.
screen with
But who's the other guy?
people talking.
Whoa.
Yeah, this is
For
this
10
is,
fucking minutes.
well, this is only like 10 seconds, but
10 seconds.
that's
before
that's a
people-
whole other story.
He says 10 seconds, I say 10 minutes. He says, what's the difference?
Dropping into this, we are in
There he is.
Daniel McDowell's
Deep into it.
bedroom.
Oh, nice.
What is he doing there? He's not itching his leg.
Flick it, wrist.
You know, this is round one. And
This is a
I had to work on my fake stroke game for this.
yeah, this is
I have
Can
a
you-
question.
a
can you
drop
say it again?
a drop into the world
I like to
of
get above it.
Saturnalia.
It's way above it.
You know,
It appears bigger
it's all in
than-
the, it's in the,
It's
It's
the
in
hand
the
that
white-
you just did
so-
there,
so my
too,
question
the
is,
hand
you gotta
that-
think
Was it
about that.
lubricated? Was it lubricated?
There was, I would put like lotion on it just so I had something to wipe off.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
we,
nice.
we cut out the like literal 5 minutes of you waking up where
Yeah.
you roll around in bed a little
I-
bit. You hit your vape and
Hey,
you
hey,
think about.
how would Daniel wake up? All right, he would wake up like an asshole. So that's
Exactly. He's gonna crop in onto Lewis, so he's not in that photo.
Yeah.
This is this scene in particular.
Fellpeller.com, by the way, if you didn't see it.
Yeah. In you know, in sequence compared to that last scene that you saw, very very tone setting. Both of the scenes right out of the gate. A lot of horror, a lot of comedy. You're getting a little bit of everything that you're about to really dive into, because this is a lot to take in.
Dale Dobson, Professor Crowley.
Oh my God, he
We
kills it.
love Dale.
He
So
kills
if anybody
it.
knows Dale, if anybody works in Michigan, you probably know Dale. He's just an absolute legend.
He's a busy guy.
I've never heard of him auditioning for a project and not booking it.
Yeah, I bumped into him
Dale
on
is
like a
the
hockey
best.
short film one day.
Yeah.
I just like was like, who's they were like, you know, this scene is really about this one guy who like bats in the goal because he can't skate. I'm like, oh, I wonder who's playing him. And then it's like 20 minutes later, I'm like, holy shit, it's Dale.
And of course it's Dale. I just was a part of a project and they messaged me. They were like, hey, we're having a really hard time casting this role. Do you have anybody that you know of? And so I recommended
Dobson.
probably 5 to 7 people. And of course it was Dale that booked it. But I don't know if he ended up being able to do it.
Dale is
Of course.
unbelievable. He's unbelievable. He's one of the few people that I've ever worked with that just gets it and doesn't question it.
Mhm.
Even if you're on set and it's taking a while, he's not complaining. He's there for the process.
No, he's a pro.
He understands the
Man.
art,
Yeah.
and he takes direction very well. And he's just
So
the
good.
best. I don't know what else to say.
And he originally had auditioned for Satan, and we were
He
like, "You are
did.
so good. You are so good. It's just like not quite what we need for Satan." Which of course you'll see Satan here very shortly, and there's nobody else who could have done this.
Yeah,
It was
that's.
like Brett Beaudry could. He was
It was
just
that. Yeah,
a
it was.
legend.
How do we tell everybody?
Don't
else?
expose Brett yet. He's not on screen.
Who's Brett? I don't know what you're talking
I don't know
about.
who the fuck
But
that
Dale,
guy
right?
is.
But
Great
He dies at
person
the end?
He
and
died at
very
the
professional.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Oh, man. And here
Wait,
comes
wait, Marshall.
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 Love
I
Marshall.
love you, Marshall.
Wow.
Marshall is fucking incredible. He just gets comedy.
He
He
does.
Do not sleep.
Lars has my favorite side quest in the whole
He
movie.
does.
Lars does.
you're about
Yes.
you're about to
Good.
see it. You're gonna
He's the
see it.
best.
Marshall just is
This
impeccable
line,
with
though.
timing. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm gassing everybody up too much, but just
Nah.
It's a
The-
commentary.
the best part of this entire film, in my opinion, was just the performances all around. Everybody just killed it. It was an all-star cast, and a big thing that I'm proud of that we got out of it was just how improvised everything was. I mean,
so much.
everyone, we had a script. You know, obviously people work with the script a lot. I'd say it's about a good 50-50 that's improvised and scripted.
Yeah. And I
Which-
will say that we had a really good script to work
Yeah.
off of. The
Really?
writing was
Absolutely.
really good.
And that's the thing. I
It
think
was.
Marshall really does great. Is that he brings the words to life in a way like no one would have done it like Marshall does it.
No.
No.
It makes it
He does
real.
not rephrase. Like he sticks to the
Absolutely.
book and he brings it to life.
Yeah, he
People-
didn't have to like.
He doesn't like cop out and change it.
People
Like, I don't know
really-
how to say it that way. He'll
People
figure
really
out how to say it that way.
took it and ran with it, which
Yes.
I'm proud of. You
Oh,
know,
Oh, and there he is.
There he is.
And there's
There he is.
Brett,
Brett Logan.
Brett and
Everybody's
all his
favorite.
glory.
Come on.
This was the scene that we actually auditioned, and Brett was the only one I think that truly brought the correct amount of comedy to this and the lightheartedness that we
Look at
needed.
that light.
And this isn't to like speak down on anyone else who auditioned for Satan, because we had so many good auditions. But Brett was the only person that brought the lightheartedness to that scene that was needed, and then like juxtaposed it against the darkness,
No,
as you'll see in a minute.
he just read it and got it
Yeah.
right out of the gate, which it sounds corny, but he just really did. And I was very, very on the fence about just settling on a Satan when we were casting the film, and I was like, I want. Like, this is like the role that's going to like carry the film. I was like, as
was
important as a
hardest to
role as
cast.
Dan is, Josh is like playing this role, but I was like, we need someone that's gonna like be opposite and,
No, you
and
need the color
coincide
guy.
that.
Yeah, like that's.
And I was like, and then whoever's playing Satan needs to be like the comedy backbone of the film, you know?
Yeah.
And I was very concerned about that because I was like, whoever plays Satan is like going to be like the guy.
The movie doesn't
You know?
walk
Yeah.
without that. Like,
Exactly.
It does not work.
And as you'll see in the next 2 hours, as you watch Brett, he's just an absolute wonder.
Powerhouse.
Yeah.
No, he's one of the best actors I have ever had the pleasure of working with,
Oh,
and I mean
incredible
that wholeheartedly.
Yes.
Um,
Brett, when you listen to this, you're just the absolute best.
yeah,
Yeah.
you are just
Fuck
unbelievable.
you for not being here, by the
Yeah.
way.
Brett, where are you?
I wanted Brett.
He's
I wanted more Brett in my breakfast
I
today.
think
And
we all
I,
Brett,
need
Brett, please come
vitamin
home.
Brett. Vitamin Brett.
Always need some vitamin B.
I need some
But
vitamin B.
I
Brett.
if anything comes out of this film, I want Brett to have an unbelievably successful acting career.
Absolutely.
More than anybody. No offense to all of us in this room.
No,
but
He's the truth.
I don't want to
Right.
act, so
He's
yeah,
the truth.
You don't want to act.
just keep casting me.
Look at
But
that face.
he like really kind of just got that evil tone, but at the same time bringing that comedy and the timing down very well. And I think again he just got it. And I think a problem, especially when we first started shooting, I wouldn't even call it a problem, but people were just confused about the tone of the film all the way up until the first day we shot. We did auditions, we did rehearsals,
Yeah.
and it was just like people, like the actors, when I was working with them, they were just like, I mean, like I get it, but I still don't at the same time. And then once we got on set, even Brett himself was like, Jason, like are you sure you want to do this way, or like is this how you want it, and is this how you want to frame it, and you want me to deliver this line like this? And I'm like, yeah, like it's one of those things where like until you start to see it come together, like you're just not going to understand it.
Yeah.
That's the way it
And
goes.
I think the first weekend we shot was really crucial, and I'm glad we scheduled it out the way that we did. This right here that you're seeing was actually
Yeah.
Brett's first day on set. People just, even the crew were like, "What are we shooting?" And I was like, "Guys, you gotta watch, you gotta wait, and you gotta see what is happening, because it starts out very dry and very like odd humor and off color, and
As you get into it.
as you get into it, you start to see it
Peel back,
unfold. And
peel
once
back.
Brett, to segue that back, but Brett like really got it right out of the gate. And once I started directing him into like, this is how I want the character to be and unfold, and like the rest of the cast was like, oh, actually I do get it. Even like the small roles that we had, like Josh and Brett, the first day were just bouncing off each other like nothing. Like this scene right here was just incredible.
This scene right here was when I read while I was reading the script when you guys first handed it to me. This scene right here was when I was like, oh, I am 100% all in. How do I work harder on this film?
Yeah.
Like, what do I do more of? Because the writing is so funny. It's like this part that's coming up where he does. Hold on. It's like, hold on. I don't want to spoil it, but it's Satan's next monologue.
No.
That he has where I was like,
Spoil
oh,
it. I'm taking a stand. Spoil it.
Yeah,
Do
you
not
are.
watch this
is how it
commentary
goes.
if you haven't seen the
Ready?
fucking
Spoil
movie
it.
yet.
This monologue was really when I was like, I'm fucking
Wait,
in.
there's two of them. No way. It's just so unreal, and
It's so whack. It's whack. Like it's so
really
funny.
whack, but it's so good. And I will say too, when we talk about casting, we ended up casting a lot of theatrically trained actors.
Yeah.
Like
That
almost
was-
every single actor in this has a theater background as
and
opposed to a film
I
background.
think there was a good reason for that because
Yeah.
the people
Which
that
one
worked
do you
in
like more?
theater just really seemed to kind of
one
click
goes-
with the improv
Yeah.
and the constant changing of setups and
It's a
just
theatrical
working
movie.
on
It's
their
big.
toes.
It's
yeah.
big.
Characters.
Yeah.
It's an
also.
ensemble
It's like
cast.
like
That's
a
what I say,
like a
bro.
Japanese
Yeah.
movie. Like how everything's always bigger. Like
Which is what made it difficult to direct because not only is the film like most comedies that you watch, especially coming from a directing standpoint when we shot this, I didn't want to shoot this like your normal comedy because a lot of it is just like wide shot, close-ups and a couple pickups and
yeah,
while
it's all
this
just about
while
capturing
this
performance and
while
nothing
this
else.
does have this, I was like, I want to shoot this like
The
an
last-
art house style film, as pretentious as that sounds.
No.
I was like, I want to like be able to pick this movie up on. Yeah, the tire was flat there,
God,
and
that
that
was
was
a
not.
whole
that
was
that
not
shot you saw of the car parking was the
intentional.
last
That
time
was
the car
not
drove on
intentional.
those tires. It stayed right there.
I wanted to shoot this film
I know. No, I
in a
follow you
comedy
guys, yeah.
stance, but have like a very artistic approach to it, to where it is sellable at the same time. And that was, I think, probably the biggest difficulty. Kind of even piggybacking off of the performances was meshing something that's like very serious and very dramatic with something that's also very raunchy and inappropriate and comedic. You know, and
Like this
it was
right here.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff are you talking about?
Yeah. just
It's
shit
so
like this
hilarious.
is like
Insemination station.
it's like there's a lot of underlying seriousness to everything that's being spoken, but just silliness at the same time. Even Carl, who's about to make an appearance, which Joey.
We just.
Oh my god, this one scene, she
I
like
can't-
But also the
Joey's a
detail of the
legend.
shit on
this
There's-
whole movie is
I-
just bit.
I don't know if you saw that mask, but that dates this movie. When
Yeah.
we shot it, there was a mask on his foot.
Yeah.
A
This-
COVID
Oh my
mask.
God.
No, it was from the car.
Like the whole
Okay.
movie is just like the whole movie is just me walking into scenes and some like character player coming in and stealing the scene from me.
Oh,
Like after
sure.
like scene
But
after scene.
that
That's the
being
whole
said,
movie.
It's not even so because you facilitate that. It's
No,
like,
I know, I'm
so
kidding. Like, it's
you're
just
there,
like-
and it's just the beautiful dry delivery, and it's these quick like this right here. This is just so textbook good.
She offers him a fucking
Straight man, you gotta
vitamin.
play straight- somebody's
Joey,
gotta
it's
play
just
straight.
like iconic. It's the vitamin, right?
This
Yeah.
But
This
she's playing it.
scene-
It's so real.
This is
Right,
so
that's
real.
why she's
actually
so good.
this entire scene right here.
This.
I did not tell Josh what was gonna happen.
No, Brett was just doing shit to
no,
me.
Brett.
Like, he just had stuff in the back seat. I didn't know where he got
Brett,
it from.
Brett and Joey with the props that she's using. I was like, listen, guys, we're gonna just throw shit at Josh, and
And
he's
she
not gonna have
She
any
says
idea.
nice glasses.
Yeah.
Yes, but
was
again,
like they tag teamed me.
improvised stuff. That was like I was like, I want this to be just us throwing shit at Josh and him reacting to it, like
Yeah.
organically.
Yeah.
This scene right here in
The
particular.
fucking spoon.
The spoon is my
is
is
Joey,
my favorite part.
if you ever listen to this, you are a legend. This is so good.
She provided the spoon.
Unreal.
Yeah,
She
she
did?
brought everything. The tinfoil hat. She brought the vitamins, the spoon, everything.
Oh.
She just
Like I
brought
said,
and a
everything-
literal bag of tricks.
Everything. I was
Love
like,
her.
before we started shooting, I was like, Joey, we're gonna throw shit at him. Like, I want him to know nothing about what's going on. Like, he thinks the script is happening, but it's not happening.
No, every day I would show up and just throw out the fucking script. Like every day.
But even-
Right after the first weekend with Brett, I was
But
like, okay,
it-
we're just not gonna.
At
read
the
this
same
script.
time, though, we stuck to the script very well.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
yeah, like, well,
because
yeah,
It was like
Just dialogue is what we
improvised,
shift,
but
yeah.
keep it in context.
yeah.
I
All
want
of-
I want you guys to read the script, but if you feel that this does not fit what your character would say in that moment or how you're feeling, say it, you know? And I think it worked out for the better. Like I
for
said, I think
sure.
it's a good 50-50 of improv and scripted content.
And when we talk about things happening to Dan, just like character, like every character in this is bigger than the next. I think the only character that is straighter than Dan, like when we talk about the straight man, the only
Yeah.
character straighter than you is Lily.
Oh my god, yeah.
Lily is like the straight man to Dan,
Yeah, like literally.
which is
Completely not. Just so grounded, like it's completely grounded. Like she
Right.
is just like kind of stuck in this movie. Like
Yeah.
literally, it's like you're like in a different movie almost. And it's fucking hilarious.
which is what we'll
It is
see coming up
hilarious.
here. Until she gets her moment, but we'll see.
Oh,
She'll
yeah.
get the moment. Yeah.
Dan
That's
Dan
fine.
Schmidt.
Well, no one
and
can get
Teddy
away
D,
with not
though.
speaking that way.
I
in that
gotta
movie.
give them a shout out. Dan Schmidt and Teddy D.
Oh my God, they killed this.
Unbelievable.
Ted's
comedic
accent, man,
actors.
good work.
Wanted to do a Russian accent, right? Right. Decided on something that was a little more close to home.
Yeah,
a little more
a little more
New York,
domestic.
A little
Yeah.
more New York.
Yeah, a little more New York, probably a little sleazier, which was perfect.
He is just.
That Zen garden.
Love the beat.
I
Hang
literally.
in there.
Hang
Bring
in
attention to
there.
detail.
That's above my computer. I looked
Yeah.
at that every day
That
while
was
I was editing.
that is one of Tom's take-home props.
That's the truth.
Where did you
Can I
find the
just
subway in
appreciate-
Times Square, like, station?
The
words?
wires. The set dressing here of the wires.
Hey,
Fuck
guys.
Oh, yeah,
It's an
just-
American flag.
Just on a corkboard. There's
Guys.
a bunch of fucking cords.
The shake weight. The
I got-
shake weight.
I do also have to say, in addition to directing this film, I did the costume and production design. on
Damn
it.
right he did.
Oh, of course he did. Well, yeah.
But this scene in particular, I really half-assed, if you couldn't tell.
But that's
I-
his
and I
office.
do
Like
wanna
that's what
say
it, that's
that.
what it is.
The wires on the corkboard there were just like, I need to fill this space and make it look like he's a tech shop owner a little bit more. Let's just put some random wires on the
Yeah.
fucking wall.
Yeah.
There was no thought put into this. But I will say,
It works.
again, how I work as a production designer is every character has a color, okay? Dan's color is blue because, he's sad and pathetic. Like, he's feeling blue, Satan, if you didn't notice, he had a red tie because he's
He did.
evil. There's more characters that are going to be coming up. I'll maybe talk about their color a little bit more in depth as we go along. But just pay attention to that,
Pay
You see
attention
a
when
little bit of
colors
red on that
change
American
as well.
flag. You see a little bit of red on the American flag. Maybe unintentional, but also, is America evil? I don't know. Satan lives there.
Who
You tell
knows?
me.
He chose them. Any other country.
He chose them. He could be living in China for all we know. But
Also
he's
a red
living in
flag.
America.
Also a red flag.
Also a red flag. Exactly. You're right.
A
You know
literal
what?
red
You know
flag.
what? A
Church.
literal one.
Church.
Church
Can we talk about how
news.
Dan smokes his vape with the box still around it?
Yeah,
Well,
Because Josh went
supercharged.
around
Yeah, it's,
the entire set
the-
telling everybody that leaving the box on makes the battery last.
Well, the thing
longer.
about it's the
It's like a-
supercharger on the battery.
Yeah, it's like
is
an
what
extra.
makes
What
It's
is
like an
that?
extra.
It's not that it
50
makes the battery last longer.
That's what we're
You
saying.
think with the many times as I said it, you would remember this, but the simple fact of the matter is that is a supercharger that will keep the battery charging.
Right, the battery.
It'll give you an
lasts.
extra 75 to 120 hits per
Absolutely.
capita. If you flip it around, you reverse the polarities, you can get up to 150.
You want to
Yeah.
know what's really
Just in
pathetic?
case anybody wanted to know that.
I
let's listen to
entirely
this.
believed
And
you
in metric,
for
it's
far
at least
too long.
350.
Oh yeah, no, a lot of people believed it. It was
This,
the funniest fucking
This
thing
right
in my life.
here, a little
Oh, that book?
That book right there. No, I don't know how many people actually pay attention to what that says, but that literally gives the entire plot of the film away right now. If you are not reading it, because right now you're probably like, what's going on? Because I have absolutely no idea what's happening.
Yeah,
in
very
this film.
aimless right now.
The film has not really landed quite yet. We're just really establishing a lot of characters. Like, who's this lady? You might
Colleen
ask.
Gentry.
That is Colleen Gentry,
Oh,
There's my
aka
whole
Dan's
family.
mom. And if you don't look at that, look at the pictures on the tabletop right there. I'm not going to say who it is, but you might find out who one of those people in that middle picture there are shortly.
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
I
I know.
approached by two very strange men in the parking lot dressed as ghosts.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
man.
this
And we're
fucking
gonna
scene.
see
Wait a
those
minute.
men.
Drop
Oh,
the
yeah.
glasses.
Do not worry about it. I
Raise
love
them,
those
actually.
shades.
So
I
when
love
you
those
see
things.
this, you might be thinking that the book is Mein Kampf, but it's so much
It's
better.
not. It's
It's
not written.
actually-
It's not written by Hitler.
It's
It's
called-
forward by Hitler.
It's
Look,
forward,
those photos are actually myself as a child right there. Yep, not actually Josh
Who
Bzura.
I
photoshopped
remember on this
That
set,
was
you literally
Tom.
handed me a childhood photo album. I got to see all your baby pics
You
on
did,
this
yeah.
set.
We shot. Actually, Dan's apartment is my mom's apartment.
Nice.
If you guys wanted to know that for
Thank
any
you, Mom.
reason.
That's
But
true.
That was my mom's house. We invaded her house for 2 whole weekends.
Oh yeah,
Thanks,
we were.
Jason.
God
we were
bless her,
You're an
booling
icon.
because
We only
Definitely
broke the
was-
couch once.
wildly inconvenient. What'd you say?
We only broke the couch once.
We only
That's
broke
not
the
bad.
couch and
All
got the
things
cops
considered.
called on us
Yeah.
one time. We'll get into that in a minute. Later, actually.
Yeah.
We should've
Oh, there
been
Look
he
at
is.
there. There's
There he
Monquez
is.
Oh
Pippins.
my
Monquez
God.
Pippins.
We love
Monquez
Monquez.
Pippins.
Okay, I'll just say since
The
Monquez
goat.
is on the screen, Monquez came in for a weekend to shoot his stuff. He was on set for what, 2-3 days?
Yeah.
And during that
He
time,
flew from Texas.
he did.
Texas.
And during that 2 to 3 days that he was on set, every single male on this set moved on the is it the Kinsey scale?
The Kenzie
Scale. Everyone on this set moved on the Kenzie scale. Everyone became just like a mildly to flaming homosexual.
Slight,
We all
that
got
fruitier, a little
If
fruitier.
everyone was a
Yeah.
little
Either
fruitier
that,
on the
either
set, and
that,
it was
or
beautiful.
slightly more metrosexual.
It was beautiful.
At least at the minimum.
At the
Q
minimum.
does it. Q
At
does
the
it.
minimum.
That's what
Right
that's what
here,
Q does.
right here.
He was a
Professor Krabs'
magician
Kingdom.
of
So,
sexuality.
right
on
here,
this
There's
set.
so many good jokes on
Dan
that board.
Dan is on his quest to get his grade fixed, but wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Wait
I
a
have
minute.
that Van Gogh on my room.
You sure do. I gave that to you after we wrapped.
Yeah. On the other side of it,
That's my phone.
there's a
That's my
Picasso, the
phone.
old man with the guitar.
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
Josh's phone
Oh,
was
man.
all
That shot.
broken for this most of this
That's a
shoot.
good show.
Yeah,
That's
my
a good
phone
shot.
was pretty
It is a
messed
good
up.
Also, my
Remember.
phone is the same color as Dan's color. Wait,
Little guest appearance by Libby back there as well.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
With the great disgust.
Oh yeah, good look of disgust.
This cut right
You're
here
married?
is right here. That cut that you just saw is Brett Beaudry's idea, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna get into that in just a quick second. So listen to this song. Keep this song in the back of your mind as
What
you watch
song?
the film. The one that's playing right now.
Oh, I didn't know there was a soundtrack.
Oh, there is a soundtrack. You didn't know there was a soundtrack? This isn't
Well,
an
there's
original soundtrack.
There's
This
very
is,
little scoring in this movie.
there is a little. I wish it was a little bit more prevalent, but the one that I paid to use right here that's playing right now in the coffee shop.
Okay, sorry.
I'm talking about that one. No, it's okay.
Not the OST, you idiot.
Yeah, come on.
I'm so
Come
sorry.
on.
The OST.
So this whole
There's
scene.
Josh Bruns.
That's
We
Josh
gotta
Bruns.
give a
Yeah.
Shout out to
Standing-
That's
The
the
goat of
gaffer.
lighting.
Shout
Lighting
out to
man.
Josh Bruns right here. He is the gaffer of the film. He did the unbelievable lighting setups in this film.
Everything.
You can't see it, but his shoes are untied. And
Wait just a second.
Oh,
There she
Wait.
is.
Hey, that's me.
There's the love
It's
interest.
Callie.
Wow.
she
look
was
at
on the phone.
Love
His
that
eyes are
wardrobe.
almost
Wait,
on
she
the
was the
floor.
girl from
Wasn't
Man.
wasn't he jerking off to her earlier?
No.
Out there in a
No.
coffee shop
Don't-
together.
She's
Where are
right
you?
here, Jason. You don't need to.
She's at the same
She's
coffee
right
shop.
here, bro. You don't need to
She's
say
at the
that.
same coffee shop. This scene that we're watching right now is probably the most world-building scene of the entire film because, again, at this point, you're probably still
Speaking
wondering
of
what's
things-
going on.
No
But-
one warned the actors about. I didn't know
Yeah.
this was gonna happen.
Hey!
Oh yeah, no. Brett was just a wild dog. Nobody was prepared
It was-
for anything he did.
Every single take was
Different.
so dramatically different. Yeah.
In the best
I
way
imagine
possible.
editing was tough for
Again,
this.
a thing that I really wanted to happen was just doing things to actors that they had no idea what was going to happen.
I had
And
no idea.
One actor would know, the other one would have no idea. So right here, piggybacking off of that song that we just talked about, Brett wanted to sing this song. This is unscripted, and he came up to me the morning of and said, "Hey, Jason, do you think we could maybe work in myself singing an operatic song in this coffee shop just to really help kind of build the fact that nobody can see Satan?" Because up until this point, it's kind of, we have a Stewie from Family Guy approach over like,
Coy
Dan,
about it. Yeah.
Dan can see Satan, but can anybody else see Satan and understand him?
Rules are important.
But this exactly, and this scene kind of really helped that, and he had that idea because Brett and Monquez, who have been working together for a very long time actually since childhood, but they both come from a very theater background, and he wanted to kind of really express that because he didn't really have much of an opportunity to do so in the script. And I'm really glad that we did end up doing it. We kind of, again, a testament to the crew and just being able to kind of work on their toes is changing the entire shot list
Yeah.
based off of a small
Just an idea.
ad lib
And
to
no
the
one
script.
warned me.
And the fact that it was
And nobody
the
warned
fact that
Callie.
like that morning we had shot until what, like 2 a.m. the night before.
Oh.
Like everyone on the set that morning had about like 2 to 3 hours
Yeah.
of sleep. And Brett just
I did not
fires in
sleep.
the door like, "Can I sing opera?"
Yeah, that
Actually, I was sitting
Yeah,
there like
truly.
barely holding
that-
my eyelids open.
that one day
like across
in
from
particular,
Callie, like, "Oh my God, which one of us is gonna kill herself first?" And he just
No,
comes
for real.
barreling in.
that one day in particular, I had almost given up on directing because I was like, this.
Oh, I have photos.
That did
This
hurt.
sucks. Callie does have faux evidence of me being like, "Fuck this movie."
It was like
All right,
in
now
the
this
negatives
scene-
the night before.
This scene was pretty beast.
That
This
hat is
scene,
so fire.
so good.
I love that.
That hat is
Oh.
great.
Water right here.
One of my favorite days on set, actually, as you watch this unfold.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, so you're getting a little bit of a background onto their
The
relationship
sweatpants with
here.
the button up.
Yeah, that's
Good
really
question.
Dan.
Man, Dan, he's something
Dan
else.
sucks, dude.
He sucks,
he's
dude.
He's the worst. He's the
And this.
epitome of the straight white male.
Oh,
man.
boy.
Minestrone soup.
In the mouth, truly.
In the mouth.
Also, what was cut from this too is that you don't see Dan ran away.
Yeah, I like hop the gate and they get out of
Dan
there.
puked on
Spoiler.
Lily and then ran away.
We do
Spoiler.
mention it.
They
in
reveal
in the
it
dialogue
in
right
dialogue,
here.
but
Well,
not
look at me spoiling the whole movie.
It comes up right here.
Wait, she dies?
not yet. Not until.
Whoa!
Wait, no.
Damn it, Tom!
Huh?
No.
Not enough.
Turn it off. Turn it all off.
Not enough
No.
die in this movie.
Put it down. Half the viewers. Put it down.
Had to be
My
the same.
take ever once in this lifetime has ever been. Yep, that's a whole other video you guys gotta check out.
YouTube.com. No, I'm not gonna. It's not a good link. I can't just read it.
But again, right here, this was another part of the film that was just again incredibly crucial to establishing the relationship that Satan has in the world is the fact that Lily cannot see him at all, and he's the devil over Dan's shoulder,
Literally.
guiding him and being a bad influence upon him. Again, very comedically, but at the same time, he's just leading him down this path where Dan is confused and he has a goal in mind, albeit
What
very
kind of a goal
small.
could he have?
Wait a minute, to have sex? I don't know.
No.
It says.
Wait a minute. But wait, at the same time, does Satan have an ulterior motive?
No way.
What? Satan?
The Prince
Have
of
an ulterior
Lies? No
motive?
way.
Wait a
Come
minute.
on.
Are we about to find that out in the
That's
next
not
scene?
very much
I
like
love
him.
Satan and I trust him.
Yeah. Seems like a stand-up guy.
He
Wait,
sounds-
he's so nice.
Like
Yeah,
if I had a flat tire, I would
With
trust
that
him to come
face, oh, I
to
just-
pull over and help me.
Just wanna
Yeah.
You
pinch
know?
Also,
his
can we
cheek.
talk about the artwork in the background too
Right
for
there.
a moment?
Yeah,
One
is
of
that
the
posty?
writers right
That-
there.
Is that
Riley.
posty?
Yeah, that's Riley's self-portrait.
That is not in the
Oh,
shot.
that
Not
right there,
right
that
there
right
behind
there.
Lily.
Yep, that's
Which-
Riley's self-portrait.
Kind
It
of
is.
looks like
I wanted
it could
Riley to
be
be
a
here
portrait of a
too.
future character that's going to come in.
All right, now we're
A
coming
little
up on one of the best scenes in the whole.
Yeah,
entire
gear up,
movie.
folks.
Oh,
Gear up.
boy.
The first time I saw this, I cried laughing.
Yeah, this
Great
is.
lighting too. The
I
green.
love this.
Yeah, this
But,
is such
okay.
a good.
It looks like it's
well-lit-
sickly and
Josh has
wrong.
told me.
I love it.
What
Peter
he doesn't
Poulos,
like about this.
is a
Josh
legend.
Bruins, the gaffer, doesn't like the lighting in this film.
He said no for this. He doesn't like this scene.
He doesn't like the
I
He
do.
said
It
he
looks
needed a
sickly and
complement
disgusting.
color
Yeah.
onto the green. He
You
said
know-
he likes the green, but it needs like another color with it.
I
to-
think it's
purple?
equally. It's just as gross
like
as
a-
it needs to
like a
be.
blue or a white.
It's as gross as it needs to be.
It
Definitely
really,
white.
it does.
Yeah, no, it
sound
feels off-putting and
Just the edge right there.
Yeah,
you know
because
what I'm saying?
we're in the same coffee shop, but it needed that like disgusting color. Because about what's
something
about
like
what's,
behind closed doors with the devil.
what
Like something's
is
bad in
about
here.
what's about to happen. Again, really kind of pays a lot of tribute to the drive of the film, and what their Satan and Dan's relationship is.
And while it's just both of them on screen, I just be wanting to say like, we all knew Josh was gonna do like a good job just because he was comfortable with us because of how many times we've worked with him.
Of course he's gonna
But
do a good job.
when he got with Brett though, like it's like I saw Josh challenge. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody who was gonna bring a certain energy to
Brett
the,
really
to
put
the
him to
screen.
the test for sure.
So
Yeah.
Josh, this was a level up for him getting to work with this type of cast.
Oh
It
my
was really,
god!
truly a
Right.
Oh
level
my!
up.
It was so good to be able to like.
This
Right.
right here.
Oh,
had
Great
me
with the
man.
reactivity
dying.
too. Like
Again.
Josh like is reacting to Brett's
all of
chaos.
all of Satan's
Someone's
chaos
gotta
is
do it.
improvised.
Somebody's
It's
Somebody's
one-
got to be the audience.
all improvised right here. That Satan's
Oh yeah,
doing.
he's just constantly in my ear saying some whack shit, and I'm like,
This right here is like 6 different takes cut together that we just kind of jump cutted into
So good.
one scene.
7.5.
Also, the I
Even
don't
that
like
is
that. I
funny.
don't like
That's
Like,
not
even
bad. No, yeah,
7.5
that's
is
not
funny.
10. Like that's great.
Yeah, it's
You guys are too kind.
it's crazy. But I again even setting up the fact that Satan like kind of teleports a little bit. What is just all of this whole coffee shop bit that you've been watching is incredibly crucial to like the whole film.
You're learning. You're learning.
You're learning because again, the entire film so far, you've been like, "What the fuck is happening?" Like this guy is living with Satan, but he's got some weird friends, and he just got fired from his job. And his professor from a few years ago called him and was like, "Hey, by the way, you actually didn't graduate." And it just doesn't make any sense. But
Which truly should be illegal. Nobody
Yeah,
should
fuck
be
that.
able to fly you
Yeah.
over like you didn't
Probably
actually
not no
graduate.
games.
Poppycock.
it's fucked up. It's fucked up, you know. And Satan just really comes in and saves the day.
There's
Yeah.
Riley.
If I'm being honest.
Look at that
Riley.
What is Lily's color?
You know what? I don't know.
Chartreuse.
I don't know. Lily's color is yellow because yellow. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, Daniel. But Lily's color is yellow because yellow is a far more neutral / happy color. If you've ever seen the smiley face
It's true.
before, they're typically yellow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She is the more happy characters in the film, as sad as she may seem.
Also,
She's
Dan-
happy?
No. She's
She
a little bit
represents
more
a chance at happiness for Dan.
in the film.
Fair.
In
Yeah,
the
okay.
film.
He is like
She's the sign of
aspiring to
happiness.
be
Yeah, I
with
feel what
her.
you're saying.
She
Whenever
she's a
she's around,
symbol.
it's yellow.
She's a
Things are a
symbol
little
for
better.
happiness.
I mean, I always made the character choice that she surrounds herself in yellow because
No,
she's
no.
fucking miserable.
The character, but again, as neutral as the color can be, it can go both ways. And her boyfriend,
Is it a
who's coming
show?
up,
Is it
may
a
also
show?
have a
Yes.
similar color,
She's an artist.
Exactly. She's a performer. It's all a show.
but she is a symbol of hope for Dan.
Yes.
The story is not Lily's story; it's Dan's story.
Scooch
Yeah.
over.
But so for
Callie.
her, exactly, scooch over.
I love this
Because-
monologue, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh my
Callie,
God.
You
Who
killed it.
doesn't?
You
My
killed it.
favorite.
Who fucking doesn't?
Callie really brought it in this
Man.
scene right here.
And bringing reality too.
And even
Reality.
Brett's reactions behind Dan to what she's saying.
Yeah, I'm just getting blasted right now.
Yeah, he's just boom, 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 boom.
There are so many scenes of me just standing
Dan
there, just
sucks.
eating shit in this movie.
Yeah.
It's great.
Literally.
It's really like, what did Dan do to deserve all of this?
Man.
We
Look at
could
him.
cut out.
He was
Look at
literally
him.
the unlucky guy.
He's
'cause
just
they
he's just a creepy white dude.
Yeah.
Is he
We cut
unlucky
out his one
because
redeemable
he's
scene.
a creepy white dude,
Yeah,
or is he
the
unlucky
one-
because Satan?
Yeah, we can talk about that really quickly.
That's the thing.
But
Did
how
Satan
creep-
come to him
Dan-
because he's weird,
Is
or did
he,
he
like,
become weird
creepy,
because
like-
of Satan?
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll hold that conversation because
Wait,
here is the man,
Here's
the myth, the
DeLewis.
legend.
DeLewis.
Oh shit.
Here he
The
is.
man, the myth, the legend.
Here
Very
it is.
DeLewis.
shocking to
Come on.
reveal.
Come on, show me that reverse shot.
There it
Come
is.
on.
Who the
Come
fuck
on.
is that white boy?
That's right.
Yup.
There he is.
Trying to fuck my
Ah.
bitch.
DeLewis.
Who the fuck is this white boy?
What do you have to say about DeLewis, Daniel?
Oh man. First of all, I just would like to say the hat choice was my choice.
That was.
No, yeah, the rally cap.
Well, rally cap. It definitely had a rally cap on this one. DeLewis is a monster. And approaching this character, I think that if you're conscious at all and you want to like not offend people with somebody who is supposed to be like white appropriation to the max, you have to find a way to love this person. And the way that you do
You
it
gotta.
is just be ridiculous.
Just laugh at him.
You just laugh at him the whole time.
Yeah.
And you know what the hardest job is?
The way
Is
he
being
holding
ridiculous.
his pants. Yeah, he's screaming.
No, that's the thing. Like,
What
it just
kind of
becomes
white
like
character
a.
has named
The
his
every time he
name?
shows up on frame, the audience is going like, "Oh, this is gonna be funny." And so then they start to like it. Like,
Yeah, you hate him, but the more you see him, you start to love him.
yeah. He's just a
DeLewis
piece
is
of shit.
just
It's great.
The best. He's the best
Yeah.
character.
The flick.
Again,
And
I
it
said it.
ear, nigga, this.
I said it at the start. As
Damn.
unintentionally funny / the star of the show as DeLewis turned out to be, I'm glad that it was DeLewis. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
Of all the
Deservedly
colorful
so.
like characters in this movie,
And
like,
purely character, right?
And we can talk about
we'll
the
talk.
casting of Daniel in this as
Oh,
well
man.
oh
because
my god, who was the casting director on?
okay, well, as I
Not
so
Callie.
frequently said, I
Right,
was
he might
I was
call.
trying to remain extremely unbiased while we were casting this. But when we actually held callbacks at like
Angel Tom?
in-person
Oh,
callbacks,
Lord.
Daniel brought more energy into that callback than any other actor we had seen that day. And again,
I threw a
this
chair.
is not a speech against anyone else because everyone that we saw had brought something interesting and good. But Daniel was like a fucking Pomeranian dog snipping at the heels of a giant. Like the difference
He
between
was.
Josh and
very
Daniel
tall.
is there's like at least a half a foot height difference. So Daniel's like barking at Josh as like this tiny Pomeranian dog against like a giant. It was just so funny.
the funny thing, and I think honestly this the deciding factor for me when casting him was how, and I hate to use this term, but like ghetto / hood, everybody that auditioned took it. And Daniel, when he came at it, didn't really take that approach. He just made it, again, very snippy and barky, but with
Yeah.
like a little bit of like white appropriation peppered in there, and
The fact that he's not that good at
Yeah,
appropriating
exactly.
is the funniest. Yeah, like he
The-
like.
It was.
the point was to not be. The point was to not be.
It was very clearly. He was very clearly like the character that DeLewis is somebody who
Yeah.
was like raised with privilege, not raised on the street, not raised in the hood, but somebody
Yeah,
who
yeah.
liked that culture and then was like.
Yeah, he
"This
saw
is
Friday.
mine now."
He
Oh,
saw
and
Friday
here we
movies.
go,
He
Dan
got
it.
Pesta
He
got
and
it.
Speedo.
He
Moving
got
on
it.
from
Do
DeLewis.
you see that eagle right there? That eagle right there.
Again, that Speedo choice, I would like to say, is 100% a Dan Pesta choice.
Yeah.
I had a
What a
white
guy.
I had a white pair of boxers ready to go for him, but he was like, you know what, Jason, I have 3 different Speedos for you to pick from. He brought multiple Speedos for me to choose from on that day. He was like, which one would you like me to wear?
Yeah, that's badass.
And I was like, you know what?
I didn't know
That's
that.
What were
badass.
the other 2 options? I want to know.
I don't remember, but they did not have an eagle on them, so I didn't care.
Game over. Yeah, that's curtains.
Also, the
Josh
unsung
Ludi.
hero of this movie is Josh Ludi.
Oh, he's
He's
pretty
the
good.
unsung hero because there's not a time where Josh shows up and there isn't something
Exactly.
just like he's not. He's
Both-
always doing something so funny.
Both Monquez and Tom.
Yeah, Angel
both
Tom. We gotta
Monquez
shout
and
him out.
Tom,
when we
they
get
are
there. There's Angel
right here,
Tom.
right here.
Love the hat.
So the Monquez and
Fat.
Dan Pesta, they both have an angel that is mute. Tom being one of them, and Josh Ludi being the other one. They just provide a little bit of extra comedy. You know, they're sidekicks, the angel sidekicks.
The silent angel sidekick.
That is like
They're
my
so
favorite. That
good.
is my favorite like one line in the fucking movie.
Reach out to your son, bitch. That
But
one was
also,
unbelievable.
so just a quick just a shout out to the editing of this because there are these like quick one-offs.
Family Guy, like yeah,
Yeah,
cutaways.
very much
Yeah, again, there, as weird as it is to say, like a lot of the influence on this film was like South Park and Family Guy / like The Office.
That's funny because some of the feedback that I've gotten on this movie was like, wow, this is like something that would be on Adult Swim.
Yeah, and that's kind of the point, you know. And a lot of people don't understand. A lot of the feedback that I've gotten is like those weird cutaways were just like I just didn't understand them, or what was the point of that? And I'm like, I don't know. It's one of those things where I was like,
For yucks.
I don't know. People, yeah, exactly. Like you either get it or you don't get
No,
it,
it's
man.
true.
I don't know.
Yeah, and it's so weird because I don't know. Reading this film, like reading the script when you guys first handed this to me, I was like, this is something that I have to be heavily involved in because it is so good and so funny. I can't fathom not
Yeah.
understanding it. I
Exactly.
don't know.
The thumb.
All of the
And,
all of the props that were just handed to Dan Pesta in that scene are all props that Michael, the actual Archangel, I wouldn't call them props, but tools that he uses just to help you understand who he is.
That's Michael.
this was
I
actually.
love getting into bed fully dressed. By the way.
Yeah,
Are you wearing shoes
this
right now?
this scene right here
I
was
think I cut
probably
the boots
one
off.
of the worst scenes that we shot because we shot this at 2:00 in the morning.
Wait, for real?
On
This
a
scene was a
Saturday.
This scene was a nightmare.
so-
And guess
Oh my
what?
God.
A neighbor upstairs and to the right was having
Had
a
a
party.
Mm.
It was fucking loud.
Yeah, and it took us a good 3.5 to 4 hours to shoot this. It was
like
a
this
nightmare.
simple scene.
You would never
But some of the
know.
better blocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
from
blocking's
a
good.
long
Yeah,
scene.
we pre-scouted this scene. We
Yeah,
actually
we
rehearsed this
did.
one and stuff before.
We did. We blocked this out very far in advance, so we kind of knew what we were doing when we walked into the room. But the technical difficulties we were having with audio really kind of set us back a lot. But I'm very happy with how it turned out, honestly, because there's just a lot of movement going on here. And again, this scene really kind of plays into Dan and Satan's relationship with each other. But right here is where you start to really see it kind of fall apart because Dan is starting to notice and pick up and make action on what he wants in his life and what Satan is actually doing to him. Because he knows that Satan is not good for him, but he just, again, being lazy and complacent,
Easy, addictive.
lets him manage his life. Don't say that yet.
What?
Don't spoil.
Oh!
You said
No! But this is a really important scene for the two of them
No,
right
it
here.
is.
And honestly, one of my favorite scenes, because again, just Josh and Brett put their full acting abilities on display here. And this is one of the bigger scenes with the two of them as scene partners.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what we like did this one before the shoot even.
Yeah.
Because you wanted us to kind of build a.
Yeah, this one right here
rapport.
needed to be worked out before we even started rolling on any of the movie at all.
Yeah, and doing this scene was our first time like even meeting and working together.
Yeah.
It was like I remember like the first time we rehearsed this, we were still like feeling each other out, and I could feel him
Exactly.
like sizing me up.
Yeah, it was a difficult thing for the both of them to do together, and up until this point, again, Brett being as well seasoned an actor as he is, and I hate to call you out like this, Brett, but Brett was a little skeptical about working with Josh because Josh is, we went to film school with Josh. We've known Josh. He's our age. He's young, and Brett was like, does this guy have the chops to do this lead role? And I was like, dude, I know it's like seems kind of odd for like the lead role to be cast already before we even.
I think everybody else,
jump
you had
into
people
it.
read for it.
Yeah,
All
Josh-
these like professional, talented actors, and they just gave
Josh
the
and
lead to his
Callie-
buddy. Like,
Josh and Callie were the only two roles that were just already written right out of the gate.
And for good reason.
Yeah, exactly. We wrote the roles kind of around them a little bit and kind of playing to their strengths. But Brett, again, was very skeptical about working with Josh as a scene partner as much as he is because, again, Josh is around our age and a little bit younger and hasn't been acting nearly as long as Brett has. And understandably so, he was like, does this guy have what it takes? But this day right here really kind of set the tone for the two of them as scene partners working together. And Brett came up to me afterwards and was like, dude, you were right, that Josh kid's really got what it takes. And
Yeah.
shit.
I'm sorry I doubted you. And I was like, yeah, I told you, like, it's going to take you a second to kind of understand it. But he's like really, going to bring in a very comparable performance to yours. And I
No,
think
it's so true because I feel like
You guys are too much.
Jason, you were the one that was really like, yes, Josh is going to do this. Josh can do this.
Yeah.
And I think even I had reservations because like Josh is late to everything.
That's the truth.
Not on the commentary.
No,
That is the
no,
truth.
not on the commentary. Josh is
Yes.
late to everything. So I was like,
Fucked up.
I
You're
was
saying
like,
that
Josh
right now.
should be able to do this, but truly, like, if you have never proven yourself in anything ever before in your life, you
Man.
have proven yourself to be
100%.
a seasoned, talented, blow you out of
This
water actor in this film. Because
Guys.
as you'll see later, there is a moment in the film where Josh truly shines, and I'll make sure I remember to bring this back so we're not spoiling anything. But there's a moment when Josh's character. Yeah. I'm not gonna spoil
We'll bring it
but
back.
I'll bring it back. I'll bring it back.
Paige and Emma, shout out.
I had to have a conversation with Josh before we started shooting this movie, and I was like, listen,
You gotta
bro,
take this really seriously.
I was like, I'm giving you a lead role in a feature film. As much as we worked together on short films in school,
yeah.
this is the real deal, and we've got to really
Buckle.
put this one in the fucking
And he fucking
grindstone
brought
right
it.
here.
He brought
And
it.
yeah, he really did. He really
I
did.
know exactly what moment you're talking about too. When you see like, it's like an awakening. You know what I'm saying? It's like a actual level up that
Yeah.
you see in,
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
with your own two eyes, and we gonna call it out for sure.
This right here coming up.
I'm gonna blush.
A very
Blushing
a lot of
already.
exposition coming up right here. Everyone pay attention.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
You're also wait a minute. There's a nutsack.
There's the balls.
If there's one thing this movie loves, it's penis.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you.
If you
There's
don't
so
know
much
already.
homoeroticism in this film.
We haven't had enough of that. Also,
Peter Knox here. He goes way back
Peter
with us.
Kno-
He was
Peter
in. He
Knox?
was in my second film in film school. That was how we met him.
Yeah, we
Yeah, the hobo was
We
the
did a
harder
few
role
things
to
with him.
cast, and then you
That
guys
one-
were just like, duh.
actually, I will say this is a little tidbit that I've only a few people know, but Larry Hankin was supposed to play the role of the hobo,
That's right.
who is known for Escape from Alcatraz with Clint Eastwood. He's commonly known from being in Mr. Heckles and Friends. He's also the guy that owns
Seinfeld.
the junkyard in Breaking Bad.
No
He's
way.
in Seinfeld.
Yeah, he's
Are
the
you
guy.
serious?
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
What
I talked to
happened?
Chris
the
Tucker,
guy that
Charlie
plays
Sheen.
Kramer in the
He's
fake
hilarious.
Seinfeld
But
show on
the
Seinfeld.
reason why he did not play that role was because he was doing the Friends reunion on
Yeah, that's
HBO.
fair. That's fair.
That's why.
You
But
could go to the
And he
front.
he chose that. What the fuck?
No.
What a trip.
But Peter Knox so graciously swept in here. I just texted him and was like, hey man, do you want to, can you do this for me? Because Larry Hankin has something going on very last minute and I kind of need you to help me out. And he very graciously kind of swept in and took this role over very well. And he got it. And it was a very long day that we had. This was, again, one of the more difficult days we had. We were working with it. It was very, very, very cold.
It's a long day.
But again, he had a very important role, just being a lot of exposition right here, and playing with Lars, Marshall's character. They play off each other very well. Yet again, the actors just letting it rip. Those are pictures of my grandfather right there.
Hey, what's this?
Wait a minute.
Oh my God!
I've
Wait.
seen that before.
I feel like we watched that recently.
That movie.
Hey, for anyone listening to this, we did the commentary for Camp Murder on the same day. So
Yeah, right
you should
before.
Watch it.
No
Whoa! There's Satan covered in blood.
But wait, why is he covered in blood?
What does he have in that Trader Joe's?
Okay, but really, that look is so good. Just the overalls
overalls.
covered in blood. Like, come on,
Great
come
job.
on.
This entire scene right here was supposed to be multiple shots, but we were kind of running out of time and had too many shots to be able to fit into our schedule for the day.
It
So
looks so good though as
we
well.
just decided
it
to
as a
kind of
oneer,
we
yeah.
decided to do it as a oneer, and very again kind of playing into the fact that a lot of the cast is from a theater background, being like, hey, let's just kind of do it as a one shot and play into that ad lib improvised thing.
Yeah,
And
why not?
I
I
think
did theater in
it
high
worked out very well. It worked out very well, I think. And this
You know,
scene.
I got a college degree in theater.
No.
I forget about that sometimes. I have
That's
a whole
pretty-
ass-
Wait, you do?
Pretty beast.
That's a blow.
That's Blau.
That is a blow.
That's on Blau right there.
That is a blow.
If I'm gonna be honest.
Blah, blah, blah.
If I can just speak
But
frankly on this commentary
What
for a
I'm
minute.
what I'm really wondering is why Satan's covered in blood. That's kind of what I want to
Do you have
know.
the answer for that?
Are we gonna learn why at some point? Maybe.
I guess we'll have to watch and figure
I'm
it
wondering
out.
if maybe we will.
I'm curious. I'm
Did
curious.
somebody die?
No, nobody dies in this movie.
Also, again,
Somebody
a
related
shout
to
out.
somebody else die?
Again, a shout out to my mother for letting us use her apartment because
Oh yeah.
I just absolutely ripped this apartment apart. As you can see,
That's the
Brett's overalls, Dan's tie, the picture behind him, the walls, they all match each other.
Yep.
You know, and it's all for a purpose. Because look, doesn't that look very incredibly pleasing and aesthetic to the
It does. Frames in frames, colors in palettes.
eye? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just great.
It's
More
pretty-
blue,
it's
more
pretty
blue
cool.
pictures.
Wait a minute.
And there's
Whoa.
the talented
Whoa.
makeup artist.
Okay, but what's actually okay? So
Hey.
playing a dead body is one thing, but I do want to shout out Kaylee here. That fall was actually really graceful,
Yes.
and Kaylee's a dancer, right? So her fall in that moment is like you can see her physicality, which is just I don't know. It's a really good dead body fall.
Yeah.
It was
It took
skilled.
us-
It was
good
really
prep fall.
skilled.
It
Yeah,
took
good
us.
work, Kaylee.
It took us a
After-
few tries to get this, which sucked because it was
What is
it's a
that
She
shirt
one
you're
just
take.
sit there in the closet the
What
whole
is
time.
that shirt that you're folding?
Oh, I'm wearing that shirt actually,
Holy
right now.
Shit, you are.
And then
What?
Kaylee also
Do you ever do
responsible
laundry,
for,
bro?
for Brett's blood.
Yeah, Kaylee. Also
Dude, I only
responsible
have
for
like
every ounce of
5.
blood in this film. Chomping. Love that.
Yeah, you
What
gotta
did you
eat those
chomp?
Doritos,
Oh,
man.
okay.
Please, we recommend watching this commentary.
I'm
For the
with
tuna, happy birthday.
I'm glad.
with the
I'm
subtitles.
glad they
Yeah,
didn't use
subtitles
the subtitles I made for this movie.
Yeah, what the? Well, we probably shouldn't.
Yeah, no, when we were watching it, the subtitles were kind of off. They
We
were very
won't say
off.
the word
Wonky.
trash.
They
Wonky,
We won't
huh?
by any
Wonky.
means.
They're a little weird. They're a little weird.
Interesting.
If you're watching with subtitles,
I can't believe we haven't
I-
cut yet.
I
That's actually
implore you.
crazy.
I implore you.
That was a longer shot than I thought it was.
No, it's amazing.
It's like 5 or 6 minutes, I think.
We did have that one cutaway, but it's still like we still played the whole thing live
So good.
while I'm folding.
Yeah. Right here is where you kind of really start to see
Marshall's.
Marshall's performance.
Marshall's not mellow, bro.
I love his performance here.
Yeah, this is
As he buys
Again.
in, we buy in.
yeah. Marshall is unreal. I again, his comedic timing is just unmatched in this film. Especially playing off of a serious scene here, he kind of holds the comedy of the film and the exposition here.
And also believability.
Exactly.
You can believe this person is just so clueless.
Exactly.
Also,
He's got one of my favorite line reads in the whole movie later. I'll point it out later. But yeah, like just that Clueless, like that Keanu Reeves and Bill and Ted. Like
He's phenomenal.
He's not a stoner character, but he's just
a dumb.
He's
Yeah,
phenomenal.
he's just dumb.
And which,
He's so
honestly, like,
stupid.
you look at the script and you don't, like, you might take that away, but he ran with it so much that I can't imagine this performance without Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's true. And I will say, like, when we were doing casting, I feel like Lars was really hard. For me personally.
He's one of the harder ones.
Lars was one of the harder ones to cast. And Marshall ended up being a Jason decision. I remember you being like, no, it's going to be Marshall.
Yeah.
And I was like,
The
okay.
moment, I think everybody,
Kelly hated Marshall.
every single person that we auditioned, he was the only person that the moment I saw them, I was like, that's Lars. That's the character.
Yeah.
right
He looks
there.
like a
Lars
Lars.
is one of the
Yeah.
harder ones to cast,
Yeah.
and I just, Jason really does have an eye for, this is true, let's recognize this. You have a really good eye for actors.
Oh, thanks.
But as much as you hate us,
I don't say that on.
Hey,
On
the
record.
YouTube.
nobody likes
Not
nobody
on
likes
YouTube.
that.
He's recovering. He's recovering. Okay, he doesn't hate them anymore.
I don't hate actors anymore.
I do.
It's
I still
me.
hate
I
actors.
hate
Actors suck.
Hi, if you're an actor, I hate you.
Yeah,
That's on commentary.
I would never
immortalized.
act in anything.
Forever.
I don't act.
No,
Upload that separately.
I think it
His
takes.
fucking face.
Man.
There's a certain caliber that you have
Jaw
to
drop.
have when it comes to filmmaking in general. But I think acting especially, it's like one of those things where you get it or you don't get it.
Yeah.
You know,
No, I agree.
and that was the thing that I was looking for with everybody that acted in the film was people that got it, whether it be they got how to act or they got the script. You know, and like they're very different things.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
I think
X
I
Factor.
think
It's X Factor.
segueing that back into Marshall, I think Marshall got both of those things.
He did. Yeah, no, Marshall ended up being, I don't want to say the underdog. He wasn't the underdog, but Marshall, I think, is like Joey. Marshall is an underrated performance.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
his
He
story.
could be forgotten. He could easily.
He could
be
easily
forgotten.
be forgotten.
He could,
Yeah.
but the
But
way
how
he
could he?
drove it though, like
Yeah.
he made sure, like, 'cause his scenes are important and like his performance is like prevalent within
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? Like he
No,
makes sure
yeah.
that he brings out the importance in
He-
his scene.
Absolutely.
He starts out small, but as the film progresses, he becomes a much larger character than you thought he was going to be. Because there's a lot of side characters in this film,
Exactly.
Yeah.
and they all just kind of hold their place. But his tells the story.
This
Another
right,
great
that
cutaway.
scene right there, that
Another great
cutaway is
cutaway.
one of his best moments.
That
And he's
actually
just-
has been the biggest complaint of the entire movie I've gotten is that cutaway right there.
What?
That's crazy.
That cutaway. I swear to God.
Go on.
People just don't get that cutaway. They're like, what was that for? They didn't laugh at that. And people just don't get it. And
No,
I'm like,
it's so
This
good.
is literally my
I-
favorite
oh.
sequence of the like top 2 favorite sequences. Just even
Holy
from
Ghost.
the
The
even from
Holy-
the lighting, like how we
The
set
Holy
this up.
Ghost with
I
an
love
E.
the setup. I love
You
that
thought
this
that's
is
how
when
holy
things
was
are
spelled.
starting to get in the heat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Very
Like
true.
and it shows.
stakes
Like
are
it really
really-
does look like that. It looks like an important scene.
you're starting to figure out what is going on.
Exactly.
So this goofy comedy
Things are just
is
starting to get real.
evolve
Two-
into something more
2.5
serious.
hours into the film, you're like, wait, now I'm starting to know what's happening.
Yeah. Be like,
Just kidding.
This is actually
Not that
spooky.
one.
This is a little spooky.
There's a plot here.
If you take all the dick jokes, all the like some of the hyperbolic characters, you look at this and this is really harrowing. You
Yeah,
think
no,
about
No,
absolutely.
for real.
this is really like the story itself is
It's-
really great. Like everybody can relate to this. Like that dark thought or that dark
But-
voice behind you.
Dark thought.
Absolutely.
Well, I think, please correct me
Different
if I'm
kind of
wrong,
thought.
but I feel like at one point you had said that this film is like the plight of the white man.
It is.
Or like
Someone
the modern day white man.
someone had come up to Brett after we screened this for the first time in front of an audience and said, I think the theme of that movie is the plight of the straight white male.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? You are exactly right about that. Because this is like, as one of those things where it's like, how do you write a film? It's like, write what you know. And as
I know
weird
all about being a scumbag.
I know a lot about masturbating. I'll write about that. And it was kind of one of those things. It's like, how absurd can we make a movie about just like a very minuscule plot line, and then just like really blow it up to like an
Yeah.
extreme
Mhm.
level,
And here
but
we
like
are.
make it look good. Yeah, exactly.
This is
Here
a
we
good.
are.
Yeah, we killed this shit right here.
This
This
was
is
one of my
awesome.
favorite
We were
days.
holding that
Man,
bed
held
like
that
nobody's
bed
ever
like
held
a-
a bed before.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
holding up that. Wait, well, holding
Wait,
up what bed? He's just
that-
laying in it.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Whoa!
He's standing upright.
Whoa, that light was struck. Whoa,
That door looks
Whoa.
door is
just
red.
so good.
It's
Okay,
we're
I'm not gonna
drinking
blow
while
up
doing
anyone's
this.
spot here,
Looks
but
like
the
Saturday.
stain on the pajamas takes me right out of it.
The blood.
But the stain on
It's
the
blood.
stain on the
Strawberry
pajamas.
jelly?
It's
The
motivated.
stain on his.
Maybe because
innocence.
we shot this at the very end of the shoot.
Yeah.
It was fun. This was.
There's
this
not
was
an
one of
outfit I
the-
wore in
You
this
have
movie.
absolutely no idea why there's blood on
Yeah.
there.
Not to spoil, but this was one of the best days.
No,
Yeah,
Because
this
you get to be
is-
around some of the most people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the
We had fun.
We
We
had-
had fun that day.
with the exception of Joey, we had the entire cast on set this day,
All on a soundstage too.
all on a
Joey.
soundstage.
Oh, DeLewis.
Again, this is I want to really point out Brett's performance here.
Yes, thank
because
you, Brett,
this-
for that ass smash.
This right here, I told Brett, I have absolutely no script for you. I just want you to improvise this entire thing. And
So
he was,
good.
and he said, Jason, what are you talking
Hey,
about?
Dan, I'm fucking your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. This-
Which remember that line, by the way. Remember.
Yeah,
that.
it comes-
It's important to know.
I mean, I really feel like if I had more balls, or if it was like that kind of movie, Lily should have shown her tits at that point.
Oh,
This
true.
is-
For the fantasy?
No. This
But we
is-
blur
this
them
is-
out.
This is
He
a
doesn't get to
tasteful
see
film. We only show cock in this film.
That's true. And
So
balls.
much
And balls.
homosexuality in this movie. So many homo undertones.
That is it. That
Is it the plight of the straight white male? Question.
Coming
Yes,
in terms of
straight
the
white male.
metrosexual-
It all
West
ties
Who's
in.
secretly
bisexual.
gay?
Why is he looking at that sword? That's weird.
Yeah. What the heck?
Another
Motif. Is that a
homosexual
paddle boat?
motif.
Is that a paddle boat? Indeed.
That altar made out
Whoa.
of
Oh my
metal.
gosh.
Is
And
this?
look, there's more stains on your
Where
pajamas.
is he at? Why are there stains on the pajamas?
I can't
don't
imagine
know.
why those stains would be there. Not
Wow,
blood
this
stains.
looks like Midsummer.
I'll buy.
Hey, shut up.
Look at her image.
Yeah, I've seen Midsummer too, guys.
Oh, there were other people in this shot too, right? Before
Yeah,
that?
Jason was out there
I
and
caught-
Riley.
Weren't you playing with
Oh,
this?
those
Cheeto
Dorito
dust.
fingers.
Dorito
Oh
That-
my
dust,
god.
Dorito
That
dust.
shot right
Toy
there,
Story
that's a
2.
Toy Story 2.
Toy Story 2,
nod.
yeah, a nod.
Classic.
I can't believe I have to drive
you
all the way to
guys-
work
classic.
on a Saturday.
You have to nod to Toy Story 2. Classic.
Best
Wayne
movie
Knight,
of all
the goat.
time. Best movie of all time, Toy Story 2.
I feel like now is a good time to mention the fact that this movie is what, 2 hours and 10 minutes? Is that it?
2
About-
hours
16.
and 16.
The 2 hours and 16 minutes, right? It could have been 4 hours with the amount of different takes there was. So
Oh, there are
in
whole
the editing
sequences cut
process-
out of this thing.
So many
There's
sequences cut out.
a large number.
So many different like takes and different
Mhm.
like it goes to the editing of everybody who was involved in that because to craft this storyline you had to cut through all these different pathways.
Oh, for
And
sure, yeah.
And all these different extras, you know, whereas we're talking about that field in the last scene, there was these additives that, you know, could or
Yeah,
not
just
be
little
there.
things you could have. It's such an atypical film structure wise. It's very especially the way we shot it. Like we just shoot all of these almost like all these vignettes on all these just like pieces of these people's lives that are all eventually going to intersect at some point in the story. And it's, you know, in editing, like Tom and Jason, the chefs, are just kind of like grabbing the bits that we really need and the bits that we don't.
Very true. Very, very true.
Just super cool stuff. It was like a heartbreaker. I loved the scene in your guys' apartment with
Man,
with
that
Lily.
You'll never see. You'll never see.
Yeah,
either.
you'll never
No,
see it.
we'll,
But
we'll get it out there.
Oh, okay.
It's
It
gonna
was
be all
really,
work.
that's why we love
This,
DeLewis.
yeah, DeLewis,
That's
it gets
why
like
we
some
love
depth in that
We'll get
scene.
there.
That's why
We'll get
Lily
there.
loves him.
And there,
too.
yeah, you get to see some things about Lily and DeLewis in that. It's,
Yeah.
But like, you know,
Some
This
depth that you
this scene right here, that's happening. Pivotal.
sad.
very-
Dan is
Look
at
at
his
it.
wit's end. He got fired. His mom just died.
Look at that
Yeah.
performance.
But wait,
though.
wait.
Oh my
Fucking
God.
good.
The
Such a good
voice,
performance.
the voice on the phone sounds oddly familiar. Is that maybe why Satan was covered in blood earlier?
I don't think so.
Whoa.
I don't know. I don't know.
Conspiracy theories.
Also, Brett is on the phone in this scene for real.
Was that intentional?
That was intentional because he might have killed his mother.
Well,
Just
if
with
she was
goats.
killed
Rare
by
is what it
goats,
is.
right?
Goats being
No,
a
she was
goat.
definitely not
Really
killed by
weird
goats.
character
Satan
witness.
definitely killed her.
Yeah.
Satan
Satan is a
Satan
goat
possessed
sometimes.
the
I
goats.
kind of just always assumed that Satan was like controlling the ghosts
But
and had them
the-
kill her.
Yeah.
The
something like
voice
that.
on the other end of the phone, he decided to do that
Yeah, let me
Fargo
spread those tears
accent.
out.
That Fargo accent was unbelievable.
Stellar.
Unbelievably.
It's just
great.
rare. Is
Funny.
what it is.
I low key forgot that he did the
Yeah.
voice in that.
It's like,
film.
Really good though.
It's
guys.
just,
You
it's
would
just,
not know.
it's just rare. Is what it is.
And Josh's tears are like he really like the performance here cannot be understated.
This nigga
You
Josh,
guys.
man. This
Josh
nigga-
You get
really
to see
worked
this-
up those tears.
The great the great sign of a good performance is an emotional change and a journey, right? And Josh takes Dan through a journey that is very much this character that can be seen as unlikable and kind of a loser, and you get to piece together all these human elements as this progresses. And now, like, we all feel lost, and Dan feels lost, and even though that he's like kind of a fuck up, you connect with that, which is really cool.
No, yeah.
It's all right.
Like he
Let it
still
be-
has his
let it be
trials and
part of it.
tribulations to go through.
Man.
Humanize him a
He's
bit.
not done yet.
And he was never trying to
I'm
be
not.
a bad person to anybody. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah,
Yeah.
he's just struggling. The
100%.
thing he is doing 100% of the time is struggling.
He's having a bad day. This whole movie takes place over the course of a day. This right here we shot like mid-spring.
That guy passed
This-
me.
Oh, man.
This right here
This right here.
This
was
monologue.
shot twice.
That shit
Well,
looks so
two
good.
different times.
Brett, oh my God, Brett blows me away in this scene. I fucking love it.
We had to pick this shot up.
We're
Well,
not-
not this shot, but this scene. So this we shot stupidly on my part. I decided to shoot this film in February, which happens to be the most weather-changing time of year because it went from being very snowy to very
Not snowy.
sunny.
Our biggest issue is only shooting on weekends.
Yeah,
that
So
hit us.
taking 4 days off in between where
yeah.
we lost the snow.
Yeah, we
That's
didn't
what
get to block
happens
it
when
up.
you have little budget and people have.
What are
day
you gonna
jobs.
do?
But you're about to see. We'll point it out as it comes up. But this, I'm one of the scenes I'm most proud of is doing this. Like this right here was a pickup shot. We had this shot in an entirely different spot of this park here with a lot of snow on the ground, but we had to cut it out starting
On the close-ups, when they get
Yeah,
to the
the close-up.
close-up.
Now,
I guess
now.
now.
And I'm so glad you guys went with these original takes because like both takes were good, but Brett is so much better in this
Yeah,
one.
well,
He's just got something in his eyes in
Again,
this scene. Like
yeah, they were just on the spot, just fucking going at it.
So
It's
good.
color.
And
Yeah, easily.
No, you can see that it's
It's
close.
the
Yeah.
bouncing light from the snow.
Yeah.
I think that really differentiates
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
And
shots.
they were just their performances. They were just really hitting. And when we had to do a pickup for the scene because of the weather change, because of the previous scenes with the hobo, when you saw him outside when Lars was on the bike, was the reason why we had to do a pickup for this because that starts before this scene happens. Was the only reason why we had to do a pickup. But these performances were just so natural and
God, so good.
off the fucking rails that it was just hard to replicate. And when we did reshoot them, they just were not, they were good, but they just did not line up with just how good these ones were. And we were just like,
That is
fuck
one
it.
of the reshoot shots right
And
there.
can I
Yeah.
ask a question?
That was a
like
reshoot.
just right quick. Can we, like we talked about rules earlier, establishing rules, right? And so can we establish that Satan chooses who he can be seen by?
Yes.
Because Lars right there feels
Finally
and sees
sees
him.
him. Yeah.
Yes.
Important.
Yeah, he
Exactly.
can manifest
Yeah.
himself as he pleases.
Yeah, Lars,
Different vape.
Also,
Different
New
vape.
vape.
Different vape.
Yeah. Well, you guys have me just
Oh,
pumping a
he
new
was-
one every
oh,
week
no,
in
no.
this
He was just in
shit.
the
he was
vape
at the
shop.
vape shop.
But that's the vape he starts with. No, wait,
Yeah.
we cut that out.
Wait a minute.
We cut when I
Did
hit
we
that one.
cut?
You don't see me hit it
Does
anymore.
this movie make any sense to you guys? Because I'm not following.
I'm not
I
following.
think no. We also cut out you hitting it before you
Make some
won.
barbecue
Like,
bitch out
can
here.
This is probably one of my favorite scenes. This scene with Monquez, actually, wait, I'll hold off on that for a second. We had to cut a whole bit out of this scene.
Really, like an homage, like not obviously not stealing from any other directors, but like you have this convenience store and you have these two characters, one of which is silent, and really cool homage to like other previous styles,
Yeah.
etc.
I enjoyed not saying anything.
Angel Tom,
That's
but
pretty.
I will
brings a
only
presence. It brings a presence with that silent character.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
It said a lot without saying anything. Tom. Tom really fucked it up. in
Yeah,
this.
Tom, he was just botching it.
He was a beast angel for sure.
No, he had it. He had it.
Yeah, like
I believed he actually died here. I'm not.
I loved working with Monquez though, because he would always look at me for reactions, and I had nothing to give him.
So a lot of them
I
were
love it. When he
very
looks at you the
genuine.
first time and you just like hand him the phone back, he's like, right. that's him to you like the whole movie.
He's just like, okay, so you're.
You are
You were
still
saying
making
that.
that face.
And really, like, shout out to Monquez again. I know we've already talked about, but like, holy shit! When
He's
you
so
see this
good.
guy's
Monquez
performance,
is an animal.
he is multi-talented. Yeah, and we'll see that later. But like,
Oh,
he
yeah,
is
his singing.
so
Monquez is the best.
incredible. You want to talk about a transformation? He makes this character something that is tangible, and like angels are not like we don't see it in everyday life. We see this as something that is just really original, and that is what's awesome.
And again, another really challenging role that we had to cast. Like
to do
we
things
did.
online.
yeah, I couldn't even get mad when I didn't get this role. Monquez
Whenever
was
we
just
watched this
Gabriel-
it was
Bad,
nothing.
actually.
It was nobody else that could do it. I feel
No,
like.
for real. And your
You
audition
would have
was
done
great.
it
We cut
differently.
out-
But it
You
would
know?
have been a
Okay,
different
wait,
for
wait.
sure.
This bit right here
Yeah.
is a whole
Next,
a
go get
whole
it.
ass
He gonna give
deleted
it to
scene
ya.
because if you've ever seen Office Space, we wrote that whole scene around the song
With
they
the
used. They
music.
beat up the printer, and we shot a whole scene around that.
Yeah, they were
But
just laying into
guess what? Money and copyright exists,
I'll get you.
and we couldn't afford it.
Get you every time.
Which
Yep.
is really, it's a nice touch on there too. Again, another nod to films that came before.
Exactly. This movie is like very heavy on comedies that have already existed.
Yeah.
Like even down to
I think I've seen this.
"Fuck
before.
Your Couch" being from
Oh, this is familiar.
Dave
Dave
Chappelle, and there's so many other lines being from like homages to other films.
the
What does it
greats.
mean to
Two
graham
greats.
cracker of
Literally, yeah.
And wait,
How do you
we've seen
graham
this.
cracker
We've
a
seen this
Prius?
before.
Wait a minute.
We've seen this scene.
Didn't they show this part in the movie earlier? Like 20 minutes
Oh, wait,
ago?
it
Less
looks
than?
a little bit
Oh,
more
this
on
looks
edge.
more ominous. What? Oh, fuck that.
Why are they giving him the middle
The
finger?
vibes aren't as good
That's
this
not
time.
the best finger.
Oh,
I
wait.
thought it was the best
and-
finger.
Wait
Oh,
a
this is
minute.
one of my favorite things to shoot.
He's fucking his mom again.
Oh.
But this
Still
time it's
fucking
not.
his mom.
Yeah, but this
so-
time it's more
bad
heinous.
fucking.
It has a
At
yeah.
least we kept that up.
You have to.
Yeah.
Some
She
things
doesn't
never
like
change.
it this time.
The more things change, the more they stay the same.
This whole bit is very
Who is that?
odd.
Is that Jason Allen in a mask?
Is that?
That's
that
Satan.
No, come on, that's the devil.
That's very Satan. What are you talking about?
It's Jason.
It's not Jason. You
That
gotta
was
stop
me.
saying that.
That was
Producer,
me.
writer, director, and
We
star.
shot
And
this.
Satan.
We shot this whole scene on the property of some people that used to come to the bar that I used to work at. It's property.
It's a big old property.
It's
Really kind of them to let us use it.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I know. They were
Was
just like,
this lady part of the property?
no.
She was
My
already
favorite
there
part
when we
of
got
the
there.
film.
Let's do it.
You were just standing there. You just get. Oh.
Whoa!
Oh.
Whoa!
That was
there.
crazy.
CGI.
Whoa.
Spinning it.
Yeah,
Oh my
this-
god.
Whoa.
I
Wait,
feel like
wait
also-
a minute. Wait, where's he at?
Looks like some kind of field.
Or
Wait, is that a tomb behind him?
Hold on.
Is that?
That's a flag.
Wait
Where's
a
he going?
minute.
Where's he going?
Where's he? What?
Oh.
No.
Not
Wait!
mom. Mom.
His
Is
mom?
That's the name of his mother.
Wow.
On the
Wait, what's
16th?
behind? What's going on?
Are those
Who's
the,
that?
Are those the three wise men behind him?
Wait.
Oh, man.
I
Did
love
we-
that.
did we
I
put
love
those
that. Like
flowers
I
there?
love that. Like
Is that a
my
prop?
my blocking in the shot almost like hides them.
They're
So that you don't
definitely not
rack
the
focus,
fancy
you don't cut. There's just like a subtle visual reveal of them being there,
Is there?
and it's really cool. It's like things keep getting worse. Like it's great.
There's a lot of religious elements to this film. I didn't realize.
Like what?
I don't
I
know.
haven't seen any.
Like grass. Grass. Here's a question. So were you directed, Josh, to see those?
The people?
Yeah, the people.
No. I was told to just look at the basket pretty much.
And that's excellent editing. That's great.
Oh yeah.
That's great because it conveys everything. You know?
No, it's perfect.
Well,
That cut
was
is
a
great.
Dream. That was a dream.
Yeah, look at me. I'm all hurted.
Peter Poulos spilled his French fries in this parking lot.
We haven't talked about Peter's cinematography.
Peter
Oh my
is.
God.
I was
Oh
talking
my
about his
God!
French
Could have
fries.
been this whole commentary.
His French.
He spilled his French
We'll talk about
fries.
his cinematography later. Let's talk about his French fries.
But also,
I love acting like I'm Hope. It's like my favorite
also,
Really?
thing. It's fun.
another great
Interesting.
character
Yeah, it's
performance
good.
about to arrive. Also, just
Oh my
Oh,
God,
such a
yeah.
good
Yeah,
one.
Linda.
So good.
She was a
I
shoo-in.
I'm going to talk about Linda for a second here. Linda is an unbelievable performer here.
Oh my God,
She
yeah.
was
Also a theater actor.
So fucking good.
she is on this film for a very small period of time, but the impact she has is incredible. I also want to go on record as saying that I am an atheist, and this this film, shooting this scene in particular, made me believe in some sort of spirituality. Well, shooting this scene, because if you didn't notice, in the scenes prior with Monquez, while they beat Dan up, it is very cloudy and rainy.
Mhm.
But the moment we started fucking rolling the camera on the scene with Linda, who may or may not, spoiler, turns out to be God, the sun came out and only shined on us. And then as soon as we stopped shooting,
Like literally a pocket in the clouds. It
went,
opened up
it
for us.
went away. And I was like, that was not a coincidence.
That was
weird.
insane. Like that was
That was
insane.
weird.
Got touched by
Smiled
that
upon
spirit,
us.
big dog.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's the big
And
guns upstairs.
I don't know. It was an odd moment in my life, but I was like, we're making this movie for a reason, and I was like, I think this is like a big moment as far as just shooting things goes, and storytelling goes, and I don't know. It sounds corny, but I mean, it happened, and even on set, I was like, do you guys fucking notice what's happening right now?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember that, but I was like, this is fucking freaking me out.
This is weird.
Yeah, and it happened, and it turned out very well, and Josh and Linda just really bounced off each other very well.
She made everything very
She
easy.
was
She's an
really-
incredibly
This
good scene
Also
partner.
a theatrically trained actor.
Yep, she sure is,
And
and she is
also-
one of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life.
Yeah,
Oh my
she's
God, such a
really
sweetheart. She
nice.
gave me a printed out version of the script.
She did.
You
Lead,
did this one?
lead
No.
actor ain't had a screen.
No. If you guys saw me with a script, it's because of her. If she didn't give me one, I would have been fucked.
She herself, like, I never got to meet her, but like her performance, when you read the script, is again another showing of how the script is written and all these jokes that are like really coming through, and she just plays it so authentically.
And down to the smallest roles.
For sure.
It's
yeah.
just she gets it. But there are jokes with her that we cut out of the movie because she was just laying it on, and we had
she was a
shit-
joke a minute.
She was committed to the role. Wait a minute.
Her reaction to me
Right
implying
here?
that she's God is literally the funniest thing. Her just was like, like
Yeah, because how else would you expect someone to play that off? Be like, yes, I'm God.
Yeah, I want you to play that you're God and someone just found out that you're God. How do you play it?
Yes, I
Perfectly.
am the creator of all things.
You?
And she this was unscripted, but she again improvised. She just played it off comedically, you know,
So good.
and it just worked. It just worked, and your reaction to it too, you know.
Thank
You're looking up at the sky right here.
You know? I was like, wait a minute.
Look at
Yes.
him acting.
Yes.
Say it without saying
I
it.
said, wait, if you're down here.
Then who's up there?
Exactly.
Who
It's
is up there?
storytelling. I want to say this Ford
Me
right
on the
here
weekends.
is Josh Bzura's actual vehicle
Oh,
Yes,
that
it
we
is.
use for the
It's
film.
Right. So
Yeah,
let's talk
boy.
about that
What
real
is that
quick.
car? Is that Ford
Ford Taurus
Taurus,
03,
Oh,
Yeah,
baby.
so we'll
Was
take
it-
a quick moment to talk about
The
how
tire?
in the same evening after we wrapped, I locked my keys in the car and Josh's tire went flat.
And
That's why it was flat
someone's
earlier
trunk
in the
would
film.
My-
someone's
my
trunk got
trunk-
Tom's trunk got
My
stuck
trunk
open.
got frozen open.
It
Yeah.
could not shut.
All in the same
And my tire
day.
needed to be replaced, and Callie locked her keys in her car, and my
Wow,
phone
it
broke.
started.
How did
My
the
phone
present
broke
get in
and
the
stopped
back
working
seat?
at that same
Remember
night.
Oh, he put
Yeah,
that
and
in
so then you followed me
the
home.
garbage
I
can.
was driving
He
40
threw that
down
away
the
earlier.
highway so we could get you home.
Yeah, because I was on a donut,
And then I gave you like 7 phones.
and none of them worked.
Well, there's a letter.
Really?
Who wrote that? Who wrote that letter?
Upsetting.
That was you?
That was
You
me.
have nice handwriting.
You
That
did it,
was
Jason.
very, very meticulous handwriting. I have chicken scratch handwriting, but thank
Jason, more like calligraphy.
Dude.
Do you see
You're
that
killing
period?
it right
You're
now.
dead.
I'm firing on all cylinders right now, guys.
Hey, don't say that out loud.
XOXO winky face.
This this scene, this
cutaway.
Whoa, where did that money come from?
Big Benji's.
Blah 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 blah.
All we know is that-
$3,000.
Right?
Those look really real.
They do.
That's all cash money.
Cash money.
We just hit the jackpot.
But this
That is one of my best friends, Mike Duffy, who I've known since early
Master of
high
discipline.
school
Love Mike.
/ middle school.
but that
He's my Rob Schneider.
oh,
Mhm.
that's great.
What an honor that person can be like, I'm Jason Allen's Rob Schneider.
I know.
I'll
And
take
also,
it.
Like
It's been in
can I
everything I've
just
ever made.
say like not take away from your friend's performance, but also like the cutaway. That is one of the reasons why to have like so it didn't serve a purpose for the story, but it
It's
has
a
a
joke.
purpose for the character.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That shot is in Camp Murder.
Wait a minute. Did we repurpose a shot?
Hold on.
Dude, wait. Dude.
So should
Oh,
we
here
take
we
a
go.
shot for stock footage or?
Oh god.
Wrong movie.
Oh.
Look at Tom, dog.
Are you
This
talking
nigga
about 45 minutes of
fingers
stock
cold.
footage?
He over
I
there.
was dying.
I'm
Come on, guys.
Tom
No-
was literally
You see
dying
the air,
playing this
the
piano.
air.
There's
right
no way anyone would ever make a feature film, and the only reason it's a feature film is because of the amount of stock footage. No one would ever do that.
No.
Were you guys
No one would take
expecting?
a short film and
You
then
can't
turn it into a feature film with
Just
stock
use
footage.
stock footage though. You got to reuse shots.
But here's an idea. You could extend it with black screen and
Oh
voiceover.
my god, yeah, black screen and voiceover. I hear that really adds length to your project.
Hi, people
Yeah.
on YouTube. How's it going?
Anyways, this scene right here, we really wanted to flex Monquez's singing ability
Yeah.
because
He's good.
Monquez is a fucking incredible vocalist. He actually has some albums out on Apple TV. Just
Yup.
kidding. On Apple Music
Yup.
and Spotify.
Yup.
And you should definitely give them a strong listen.
He's goated.
Again,
He is.
theater background. He is
Gospel.
He
He
is
has
one of
a
the best
gospel voice.
singers I've ever met in my
Dang
entire
it.
life.
Sunglasses.
And we really wanted to showcase his abilities here on screen. That's Tom playing
Tom
the
killing
piano.
it as well.
For real. This is a live performance you're actually watching right now. But
Damn.
to
Oh,
tie
look at him in
wait, wait.
red.
To
The
tie
lighting.
to tie this all back in,
The lighting.
Brett and Monquez grew up with each other, and they have been acting on stage for quite a long time.
Yeah.
And this was the first time they had been together acting in quite a
In
while
like
because
10 years. or
they
some shit
grew
like
up and had gone their separate ways.
They
But
love
this
each other.
film brought them
They do.
together, and this scene is 100% improvised. This was written on the page, but 2 days before we started shooting this, they both said, "Hey, Jason, do you mind if we take this scene and just improvise the entire thing?" And they worked this out together the night Monquez flew in to shoot the scene. And they wrote it, they read it to me, they ran it by me, and they were like, "What do you think of this?" And I was like, "I don't give a fuck what you guys say." I was like, "That was unbelievable." I was like, "Fuck what we wrote." I was like, "Just do whatever you guys want to do." And it turned out to be one of the best scenes of the entire film. Again, this is 100% improvised. They wrote this on their own accord, and they just played it off of each other so well. And just the lighting and the cinematography here just like really helps just like separate the two of them. Monquez is purple, Satan's red. They just work off of each other so well.
Yeah, that nemesis feel between the both of them, it makes
Yeah.
it feel like it makes it feel like they've been at each other for so long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, for sure. That's a good point.
Very well said.
And then Tom in the background. Who can forget?
Just
Sitting
bullet
Tom
there.
over there dying.
Just sitting there.
I-
Did you provide the
I was
musical
so
number
tired.
beforehand?
Yeah.
He did
Yeah,
provide.
we actually almost scrapped this entire scene because it was fucking pouring rain outside when we shot this.
And it was like 10 degrees
Okay,
out.
so the most controversial line in the film.
Oh, don't bring that up.
Huh?
I was a little worried about that one, but you know what?
Uh-oh.
What are you gonna do?
Where are we showing up?
Okay, so I think we're
Why
entering
is it
into the
still like
territory of filming what was one of the worst days of my personal life.
Hey, come
Um,
on, come
Now,
on.
it doesn't fall in the bottom 10 worst days of my life simply because
Maybe
I love the script, I love this crew, but it was one of the hardest nights of my life. Was
Did you-
felt this next
tough.
scene.
It was a
You
tough
were-
It
one.
was a really,
A lot
it
of
was a really
snow,
tough
a lot
day.
of
Oh, look at that
tears.
streak of light. Oh my God, Peter and Josh. The
Oh,
dynamic
Josh
duo.
Luke,
Whoa!
there he is.
Michael.
Champagne,
I love that shit, dog.
flaming sword in the foreground.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Real
Now, this
fire.
setup
No,
right
no
here,
Mickey
bro.
Mouse. No CGI. Real
This
fire.
setup right here, me
Yeah.
and Josh really were about to give up this night.
Yeah,
We didn't want to
Talk
do
about
this.
the lighting on this, here, Jordan.
So basically, we were by like this pond, right? This pond, lake, wherever we were. We were in the back of Riley's house, correct?
Yeah, Lake Fenton, where all the rich
Okay.
people in Fenton live, apparently.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to get a top light on Michael right there, and there was nothing that we could really rig to except for a very tall tree. So and we were very limited on items to rig too. So it took a little while to actually figure out how that was gonna get done, but it turned out to be one of the best looking scenes in the movie, and
Oh, it's awesome.
I love
So
just the way Dan looks in this scene, aka
Oh my
Michael.
God.
Like it's actually angelic. Like,
Very true.
Yeah, he
Very, very
he
true.
looks unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Just the top light, the top light look to the whole thing is
We-
just incredible.
To talk about Dan Pesta and Josh Louis in this scene in particular, in their design, so the makeup and their jewelry, it's just extremely homoerotic.
Oh,
they're
man.
Hey, we love Dick.
Jason equals gay.
It also did, like, not to be like this, is like what's happening between this is like a power struggle, and
Yeah.
the ominous nature of the two different angelic personalities.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dan brings this kind of like, this gusto and like this kind of like male energy. So like you can say it's homoerotic, but also like he is putting in Gabriel in his place right now.
I was about to say it's a form of intimidation with Michael.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Sociopath mode.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Very
Yes.
much so.
So
And so this traditionally good character is now projecting
Yeah.
this very ominous energy.
Because
Exactly.
he's a
Exactly.
goal driven. You know what I mean? A
The-
goal driven.
He's got a job.
So
Mhm.
if you haven't noticed, the black screens that we've been showing, the voice you've been hearing is Michael's. Whoa, crazy, I know, but they're there for a reason, and it really helps develop his character because you only see him on screen for a short period of time,
Mhm.
but you see him for small intervals for a reason, you know, and he plays a much larger role than you think he does. It's very layered, and honestly, Dan again is one of the best actors I've ever worked with, and he just really brings it to the table
Yeah,
when he's on screen.
Just doing the voiceover work with him was really fun. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He made it very easy for me.
Just something as simple as that, you know.
Mhm.
He just
just love working with Dan overall.
he's just a good guy. He's a fucking unreal actor.
Good
and
dancer too. Hell of a dancer.
Whoa.
He's an unbelievable
It's
dancer.
Brody and Lily.
Brody and Lily, a special shout out for the soundtrack, not the score, separating that from the soundtrack.
Yeah.
The
Different.
soundtrack provided by Brody and Lily, aka Red Light and Answers, is unbelievable. This song that you're hearing right now is an original by Brody, Brody Sayed. You can find it on most streaming platforms and YouTube. But there's original music that they gave to us for the film, and I think it really, again, kind of helps provide a nice, independent, you know, quirky kind of sound to everything. And I'm happy to have worked with them. One of my favorite songs of all time is at the very end of the film. I'll point out when the movie's over, in the credits. But banger indeed. This is one of my favorite scenes of the whole film right here. Actually, this is Brett and wait, I'm not gonna spoil it quite yet. We're gonna wait just a minute. Same thing we did just fucking 10 minutes ago. Wow. repeating
Wow.
jokes.
But the adjustment is really dope.
But oh my
And
god,
the lighting though.
Mhm.
the lighting's different, so it's not quite the same.
Thank you.
But this is what
Wow.
exactly, bro. Fucking lay it right there. This is one of my favorite scenes of the whole movie. This is again something that two incredible actors just like really brought everything to the table.
Mm-hmm.
One of the scenes that we shot in this film, which for as comedic as it is, what really kind of brought me to tears watching them do together, just seeing how into the film they were and just how well they played off of each other and how serious they can get. It really was very humbling and really spoke to how like well and into the film they had both gotten. At this
Yeah.
point in shooting, Brett was like really, really into the Satan character, and this was the first day we shot with Dan Pesta, I believe.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Yeah,
Really?
and
This was his first night.
this was his first night, and
Oh my
this is
God.
it was again. You can see the snow behind him, so and the breath, like
Cold as
it's
hell,
just cold. It's just cold, and I remember being on set and being like, dude, are you okay? Like it is.
Man.
It's a
Zero.
long soldier.
It was like
It's a
10,
long scene.
5 to 10 degrees
Soldiers.
outside, and they talk for a minute here, and I would be like, "Are you guys good? Do you need to go inside?" And they're both just like, "No, we're okay. Let's just keep rolling." And I was like, "Shit! Like I'm ready to go inside, but if you guys want to keep going, like we'll keep going." And it just, I don't know. I was blown away just by their performances in this scene, and the way that they play off of each other is unbelievable, and I'm very grateful for having the two of them cast in these roles. Dan actually had auditioned for Satan. We never auditioned for the role of Michael because my intent behind it was whoever got the role of Satan, the runner-up for Michael, would be getting the role of, or whoever was the runner-up for Satan would get the runner-up role for Michael. And I'm glad that it worked out the way that it did because we had worked with Dan before, and he just I don't know what else to say, but he's just unbelievable. I love Dan. Dan Pest is the best.
Great person
He's
to have
so
on set.
Yeah,
Mhm.
man.
Great person to be around.
True
Yeah, if
professional.
you're listening to this, big fans.
Love ya.
Big fans over here.
He just gets it. He gets it, you know.
Mhm.
And he just every time I've said this before. Him and Brett, they have the it factor of every time they're on screen, I do not want to look away.
Yep.
You know, and it's like I said, I told Dan this recently. It's something that most actors would kill for, and people wish they had. And I think both Brett and Dan just have that. And
And
every
Dan is LA trained. Fun fact.
he is
Oh.
he is. Yeah.
You
he
can
is.
tell that though, because it's his discipline. It's
Yeah.
his commitment to the character.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He is. It is congruous. You
Yeah.
can see the journey throughout the actual performance that he puts up there.
And
No, you're right.
He's one of my favorites. I
He-
think that he's incredible.
Yeah.
he just
Absolutely.
he's good at the timing. He gets it. He's very serious. Even like his comedic bits in the film
Mhm.
are delivered seriously.
Mm.
You know,
As
and-
honestly to the character.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. And that was something that like I didn't even have to talk to him about. He just did, and I was like, oh shit, okay, this guy, he like knows what's going on. Like I don't even have to be like, yeah, you're supposed to be like delivering this line in a certain way, but it's like funny to the audience. He just got it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, kind of playing back into the scenes / audio / black screens over, dialogue. He has a bit of a menacing thing going on. Which wait a minute, why is
Now
that?
he's
why
in
is that?
red.
Why is that red light on him?
Why
Yeah.
can he not yet?
Whoa.
Michael is so captivating. I literally had a dream. He was
What
in
a
my
cut.
Match cut.
Wow.
Michael was
What a
literally
great
in my
cut.
dream.
As Dan Pesta?
As Dan Pesta, swear
That's
to
so
God,
good.
bro.
Another
Yes.
appearance of classic art, though,
Mhm.
in this
Yeah.
film.
Yep.
That,
Well,
that,
You got
the
Edward
deleted
Hopper
scene really
earlier.
digs
Still
into
Lewis.
that.
No,
Yeah.
there's diluted.
There-
Lewis.
there's
It's the
a-
underbite.
there's a deleted scene in this film that really ties the art that is like the literal art, like that shot right there,
Yeah, we had Edward Hopper.
the
earlier.
kiss, and Edward Hopper and
We had
Vincent
that Van
Van
Gogh earlier.
that dives
Mhm.
into this. So the art kind of ties a lot of like the main characters together. They all have a certain essence / presence about them that really ties all of their personality traits together. So Vincent Van Gogh is a really big one between all of them. Oh, there we go. Fuck up that vape. The art, especially between Dan and Lily's characters, it brings them together as far as romance goes, because up until now, as you just kind of saw, she recognized that he was kind of looking at that portrait. But if you saw and noticed in Dan's apartment, he had a lot of art in his place. You know, there was a lot of Van Gogh, a lot of Edward Hopper, things of that sort. And in the deleted scene we talked about, and right now, they're kind of noticing those things about each other because they do have a lot in common. They were almost perfect for each other, but Dan just being a sleazeball and awkward.
Botched
Who
it.
the fuck is
Who the
that?
fuck is
Oh.
Who the fuck is that? With that turtleneck on.
My favorite character in the whole film
That's some fucking
is
loser
gay,
right there.
Gay man number 1.
Gay man number one.
There's Mario.
Yeah, and Mario.
Mario is the goat. He's
Mario
is
he's always.
But who's the unicorn?
Oh, no, that's
I think it's
Mario,
Jeff.
sorry.
That's your guy.
Jeff is
Mario's
the
in the
unicorn.
suit.
I think
Here we go. Here we go. We
Lewis.
should just have a moment of silence for you to enjoy
Yeah.
this while
You
watch
guys
it.
really need to pay attention to this. This
There's a
whole.
If you haven't seen
full
if you-
breakdown.
if you haven't heard the song, you can check out the lyric breakdown
Yeah.
On YouTube.
On YouTube.
Can
on
I
this
just-
exact
Again,
same
I
song.
do want to
Y'all
mention.
ready to get your ear holes fucked?
fucked.
I do want to mention that this whole bit is 100% improvised.
Okay, all right. The lyrics, right? Put in there, and then we have like 6 takes of improvisation, and also
It's the shaking that he gets into.
Literally,
Like,
not your traditional hip hop. No,
Not a classic MC.
no.
No,
We didn't have a track for this while we were shooting it.
no, this was just raw.
This
So
acapella.
the tempo changes here and there.
It's supposed to be bad if you didn't
this
get
is my
that.
favorite interaction of James.
No, I love that.
saying,
I'm sorry.
sorry.
That is my favorite.
I'm sorry.
That
no,
happened
I'm
last
sorry.
time I was here.
A lot of the cinematography
Look at
when we
the
get to this
ear
party.
My
Oh,
guy.
God.
Beatboxing all night, yeah.
All improvised.
They're gonna be singing that for generations.
No. Okay, now we're gonna take this opportunity to talk about how this was one of the worst nights of my life.
Oh my
Because
god.
as you
go
can
ahead.
see, I am wearing tights, and if
Yeah.
you can notice, I'm wearing a red shirt underneath it. That was the one hoodie that I was allowed to wear, the one piece of warmth I was allowed to have, because it was so cold. It was like 4 to 7 degrees outside
If
while
that.
we filmed this.
It was not good.
And at one point I cried because it was so cold. And if you look closely, you can see how cold it is in my nose, and then later in my mouth there is like the color drained from my face because it is so cold.
We shot this and then it started snowing, so we reshot it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just shoot
Or it was snowing when we
did.
shot it and then it stopped, so we had to reshoot
Yeah.
the
That was what it was. You're
And
right.
this was later
was
in the
so
evening.
nice.
This was now later in the evening.
And
Yeah,
again-
then when we
Oh,
shot the
yeah.
stuff that takes place
And it
after this,
was
we had to come back and
colder.
do this again.
Now,
Yeah.
yes.
And this was another one of those scenes that got really heavily cut. There were like more monologues between Dan and I that I think were really good and poignant, but like
Well
they're
written.
I
well
was,
performed.
I'm not kidding, I think I was losing lines because they were getting
we-
frozen out of my head.
We
No, for sure.
cut like an entire monologue out of this scene actually,
no,
because
for
they're just
sure.
It
a
gets a
big
little.
thing. Also, a big part of this scene here was like, as straight white male as Dan is, we were trying to like avoid him being like, "Hey, I'm gonna give you money right now, and you're gonna love me because you're a woman."
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
also at the same time, we were like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's
You
Yeah.
know what? Fuck it is how films get made.
That's damn right.
In the original script, Lily has a little more substance to her.
Yeah.
She doesn't
It's
just
the
take the money and like fall in love. There's like more
Yeah.
to it, but
It
And
kind
this
of.
But
is
it's,
fine.
I never saw it as the money. I saw it as if I'm gonna boil
But
something that
no,
happens in 5 minutes. But like
that's-
the change that
the-
happens in Dan in the next couple scenes
The point
is what made her
is-
more attracted to him. I thought
The
that
point.
magnetic
the point
personality,
is.
that
The point to
animal
it is that
attraction.
Dan is making a character change.
Yeah, he trying to take that stride.
You know,
He's
It's
taking
about what the money
accountability
means,
for
not
his
the money.
actions.
It's not about it's not about
but
the money. It's about
at
what it
the
means.
same time, going in stride with everything that he's done throughout the film, he still sucks.
Oh yeah.
You know, and he's like,
On the whole,
he's like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but here's $3,000 to make you.
that's a good
care
way to say
about me."
sorry.
Yeah.
You know, but again, Satan is behind all of that, and this
That's a good
is
camera move.
Good
Right
cameo
there.
right
Look.
there.
And
Peter.
this is the first time we see
Pistol
Lewis
Pete.
without the glasses.
Yeah.
That's a good point too.
It is. It is. We
Upside
see
down.
his
Yeah, yeah.
eyes.
Boom.
Oh,
That was
and
a
then
good
here's
shot.
a
Oh,
good time
boy.
to talk about
Oh,
when
yeah.
Daniel actually hit me in the face.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I almost
Whoopsie
cried.
daisy.
Boom.
Bam!
Right
Callie got fucking
It was
bitch slapped.
so cold, and he backhanded
keep her in
me
line.
in the nose. I went in the bathroom and just cried because I was so miserable. I was almost like I'm walking.
A hit on the
Such
nose
a-
would hurt way
Yeah.
worse than that cold.
Right?
If I can
Such a
just
rough
say,
day.
in this moment, like, first of all, again, sorry forever. And second of all, this is why you have a fight choreographer on set.
Yeah.
We definitely, like, took things as it was
Whoa,
cold.
what's going on there?
We
Oh,
edited
look at
everything
these
good.
wildcats.
We were able to make it work.
This scene was
It
freaking.
worked. It worked
This
out
scene
very
was
well.
fun to shoot. It was just so freaky.
If you haven't noticed, once we got to the party, we started taking a very Stanley Kubrick-esque direction.
yeah, things shift.
Because wait a minute, it's turning into a horror film.
Wait a minute. It's not so
No.
funny.
Wait a minute, the jokes are kind of slowing down a bit. It's becoming a little bit more serious. I wonder why that could be. Let's take a second and look here. Let's watch. Ah!
Ah! Toilet!
Man, hitting your head on the toilet is like
Fuck
top 5
that.
things I don't want.
Yeah, that sounds bad. Those thorns hurt.
Man, this shit look good, dog.
Isn't
Oh, so
isn't
good.
that the poster?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Poster alert.
Who's talking to Dan right now?
Oh,
She was just in the last
I know
scene,
her.
though.
Whoa,
Whoa.
who that?
Who lit the candle though?
Whoa.
I wonder who that was.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Gritty.
So I'm really sorry if anybody's watching this movie and I pronounced anything in Latin incorrectly. Like, please feel free. I'm Callie Bussell on like every social media platform. Feel free to DM me and let me know what I fucked up because
Yeah,
I
bring-
really was just really winging it.
Sound
Bring
it
that
out.
dead lip-
Also,
bring that
Revere.
dead language
Revere.
back to life.
review the movie on IMDb if you want to.
Yeah, do that.
But
Oh,
also,
yeah, you
What a
should.
graceful
I'm gonna
pull by
take
Brett that
Wow.
was.
Very artful there.
Mhm.
Very, like,
This is-
Here comes the Kubrick stare.
this looks. Wait a minute. Are we really?
There it is.
We're copying Stanley Kubrick at this point.
A little.
And there's just,
just a smidge.
there's just
just a touch.
we're not even hiding it anymore. We're not even hiding
What's
it.
over there? Look at that. Ooh, that Corona.
In the dark.
Why is there so much space in the
Oh.
middle? Ah!
Oh, God.
Yeah, that looks like a
Whoa.
friendly guy.
Yeah, he looks pretty chill.
Oh, I already rated it on
Uh-oh.
IMDb.
Oh,
Did
sweet.
something happen to
Rated
Dan
R.
in that
Look
dream
at that wine
sequence?
that
Is
place.
Dan not quite the
Wine
same
dot.
as he once
Shout out
was?
to
Oh,
Wine
okay.
Dot.
So what I was talking about earlier, why Josh Bzura is
Yes.
a brilliant
Wine
actor.
Dot.
We're bringing it back. This is the
Oh,
moment right
Whoa!
where
Wait.
Dan
Get
becomes
that
Satan.
grip. Oh.
Josh's transition
Satan-
from Dan to Satan
Satan
is one
took
of the
him
most
over.
brilliant performances I have seen in my adult career.
Literally.
Oh my God, you guys.
That transformation is literally something like when I saw
Instinct
it,
cheering.
like when I saw it, like as the performance, I'm like, oh, this nigga, like Josh is serious.
Yeah.
It was a
It's so
switch.
good.
Like I'm like, dog, he performing. It ain't like we just like he a friend that we know and we just know he can act. It's like nah, like
No, yeah.
I felt like I didn't even know him when I was looking at this part. I'm
Nah,
like, he
this-
is
this-
completely different.
This whole bit
Yeah.
right here, I was like, we're separating the boys from the fucking men right now.
Literally.
it was a bit. It was a bit.
You
Yeah.
guys
Dog.
are too fucking much, man. I
Yeah.
love it.
For real though, I'm gonna say this, in my opinion, is my least favorite scene in the movie.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, because
It's one of my favorite, actually.
well, I just mean this specific part with Daniel and I alone, and this is no shade on you or on me, but I personally, like you can see it on my face right now.
It's
I
so
was
cold.
so fucking cold,
It's
I couldn't
so
even
cold.
act.
Yeah, the
Like
Wow.
I was just miserable.
can't even feel your
But so,
face.
hey,
Yeah.
but so is
Yeah.
Lily. Lily's that cold too. You gotta think.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think you guys did an unbelievable job. I've never not one
Yeah, this
time.
stuff works. This
I've
stuff
never
sells.
one time noticed that at all.
I appreciate it.
I never ever.
Just
I
the
never
way you
thought the
talking,
performance
you
was
get
weaker
it.
in this bit than it was like.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna roll with that.
It's
This is my
easy to-
personal
Hey guys.
You never said that.
Whoa! Look at the red pants.
Whoa!
The outfit
Why is he
change.
wearing
Oh,
all red?
Yeah,
Well, what
there
would
it
you
is.
do if you beat the fuck out
Whoa.
of someone and they showed up 5 minutes later with no
In a
bruise?
new
A different
fit.
outfit.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd be like,
Oh
I-
no, he
I'm
respawned.
about to say,
You know
went to the
what?
hospital,
You know
right?
what?
He switched
Yeah,
skins.
yeah.
I'd fuck him. I'd fuck him.
That's what I would do.
yeah.
Wait a minute.
And I
Now he
think-
smokes darts, not vapes, because
Motherfucker.
he's not a child
I think
Yeah,
that
anymore.
really
This is-
shines in
This
scene.
is one of DeLuis's best scenes
Yeah,
right
no
here.
worries.
It's a
God, yeah.
man.
It's the squinty eyes. It's just like the
They're
general.
feeding him my
Homie
homie
Jamal's
Jamal's dogs. Bitch.
It's the eyes. He looks insane.
Right
he
there.
Is insane. He is one marble short of a full-on marble game.
He is.
Man.
And I want to speak to Daniel's performance in this film. It's so organic
Yeah.
Mhm.
in the worst way possible, but also unbelievable at the same time. And I can never get enough of it. It is too much.
That's one of my favorite lines of the movie, by the way. That like right before.
Yeah, if you want better for
Yeah.
yourself, you gotta take
I'm
it.
gonna be
Yeah.
real with you. Like, so when.
At this point, I'm going with Satan if this happens. Like, it's you're put in a tough spot.
Okay, so when we were actually filming that scene where you offer your hand to me and I take it, I had such strong deja vu when you did that. It was like the fucking something hit me over the head, and I was like, this movie's gonna be really successful. So if you're listening to this commentary,
You can
I hope
feel
this
it.
movie is really successful.
It already
I
is.
just so bueno, so good.
And here comes a stellar monologue performance.
Oh my God.
In
Man.
negative weather.
Yes,
Oh
and
my
as you
God.
can
Yeah,
see
soldiering
around my
through
mouth
it.
and around my nose, I am so cold it is purple.
Yeah, you are like discolored.
Yes.
My
If
ears
only we
are.
had a space
Oh,
heater.
man,
It's like,
little
whoa,
red.
we just
Yeah.
broke the fourth wall.
I love
Yeah,
it.
I'm just literally doing
Sing-
Looney Tunes for the rest of the movie. It's great.
What?
Why is that happening?
But it works though, cause it's the way that it's like you watched Brett while he was working. You
No,
know
I
what I'm
was
saying? You
I
picked
was
up on-
really nervous about it because like
Mhm.
the whole first couple weeks we were shooting, I was
Yeah.
like, dude, Brett is like really good at this, and I do not know if I can match this energy. And I started just watching the dailies over and over again. Like, okay, he does this when he says stuff like this.
Sounds of birds chirping turns me on.
Like, that was one of the more difficult parts of shooting was you crossing over into Brett's character.
Yeah, I was so scared about it.
Lining
That
up.
I took the job because of how scared I was.
Yeah,
I was like,
but
that's a
you
good
did
feeling.
it. Like that. Okay, so what we were talking about earlier. Again, your transition is what took you from being Josh the actor to Josh the actor.
Ooh.
Whoa.
For real.
My
Oh,
goodness
Josh
gracious.
motherfucking Bzura.
Alright.
Exactly.
Now this
Exactly.
scene.
This
This
hurt so
scene
much.
was.
Yeah, you
um,
talking about this, Callie.
Oh yeah, that's where
we're gonna
we
talk
swap
about
snot.
this. Yeah, just hang on one quick second here. Yeah, we're watching this. Lily's like, yeah, I don't know, you've grown a lot in one day, and then she's like, you want to hang out, and then Dan is like, well, I gotta go murder some people.
Let's
which you'll
bang.
See. But like, you could come to my place, and Lily's like, I'm not that type of lady. Really, I'm not. And he's like, okay, all right. And then this.
Boom.
So here we are. What you're not seeing is that Josh Bzura's cold, because he's so
Yeah.
cold, his snot
It was
is,
literally
on
cold,
my
like
face.
coming out of me.
Yeah,
Oh,
and in
fuck.
his mustache.
Those black
right?
eyes are also a motif.
And
you
so
didn't notice.
when you
Black
pull away,
eyebrows.
look how wet my mouth is.
Oh yeah,
That's not from saliva, that's from snot.
yeah.
That's
You
disgusting.
That's Josh's
We were
snot
swapping
juice.
snot that night.
We really crossed a threshold in our
I haven't been
relationship
that
day.
close with somebody. Like, that's the kind of thing that I can only say I've done with one person.
but hold on.
That statue's right over there.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Here's
so
the
here we
bottle.
are.
So is that bottle.
Again, another one of the
Whoa.
best.
All of
scenes
this
in the
stuff is
movie.
owned by Jason Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I am
Oh, man.
damned.
This is
He-
actually my favorite
this
scene.
fucking
This
guy.
You are Professor
Yeah.
Crowley.
I am Professor
Jason is.
Crowley.
Oh god.
This is my favorite scene actually. Like
Got the
this
Twin
whole
Peaks
entire
room in the
movie.
back.
This was probably one of the more difficult days that we
Mhm.
had shot. For
And
reasons I'm not gonna talk about in the commentary.
Yeah,
but
not for the commentary.
No,
Not for
but
the
a tough
commentary.
day.
But can we talk about how just ridiculous this is? So the robe that Crowley is in, that
I
Dale
own.
is in,
I wear it on a
if
regular
you
basis.
were a student and showed up to your professor's house and he was wearing that robe,
Come
would
on.
you stay? Would you stay?
Yeah.
I think.
wouldn't.
There's
The-
that whole
the-
other scene with Madison that we cut out though.
Yeah.
That
There's
prefaces this.
Yeah,
you're
we
right.
The implication I always got from this scene is that she kind of knows what's up, but she's not sure how far she has to go, and she's willing to like feel it out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, like, I feel like when she says like, "Is this the extra credit?" She's like, "Okay, maybe he just wants me to like hang out with him and like play nice. Maybe he wants me to kiss him, but
This-
like I don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck is going."
This
Like,
is- this
and
is-
she's just kind of like, I need this grade really bad, like figuring it
Yeah.
out. Like,
Mhm.
I wrote this scene, and this is probably one of the most favorite scenes I've ever read in my entire life. But also at the same time, I'm like,
It's
Jason,
weird, Jason.
how
Weird.
how were you so organically able to write this?
They also
Where does
They
this
say
come
write
from?
what
Where
you
does
know.
Even knows,
This is
taking
all for the
advantage
sake of
people.
woodshop.
Yes.
He's a woodshop teacher.
I
making
love
us work
wood.
without
I
spider
love
insurance.
wood.
Yeah,
I love
making
wood.
us work without spider insurance.
On
Yeah.
the
Contract rate.
on his whiteboard it says there's a whole class about getting nailed.
There is.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's right.
There is. There is.
That's a wood-
So many good whiteboard jokes.
There are.
There
You
would-
guys
would
missed
be.
those. You
Whose
missed
house
those.
is
You
this?
gotta rewind it
This
to
is
check
Riley's.
those out.
Riley's house.
Right in his house. You can't see him.
Yeah, bro, this is my favorite scene of yours, Josh. In, like the whole
Yeah,
movie.
no.
shit, really?
This shit
Yeah.
is killer.
Let's just
This one
watch
was
this
fun.
For a second.
And the
Yeah.
proper.
I miss
Yeah,
Rhinestone
fucking
Cowboy.
We shot this with Rhinestone Cowboy by Glenn Campbell.
Yeah, I was
playing.
dancing the Rhinestone Cowboy, man.
Dude,
And
Right.
again, to repeat how fucked up Hollywood is, and I'll say it on camera.
Let me advertise your
Just
music.
joking on camera. But on audio, you can't afford anything. Unless you got $5 quadrillion, you can't afford
Oh,
shit, you
I
know?
love this shot, but this shot, I'm sorry.
man,
I just, oh my god.
You're fucked.
this next
You're
one is
fucked. But, you know,
I love the one going this one.
yes,
Yeah, that shot is
oh my
awesome.
God. And you know what's also interesting? It's like
Josh, you're just legendary. In
Like,
this.
Right here.
No,
we
right
never
here.
saw Brett kill anybody, so it's like
No,
But
you're
it
not sure if
still
he's.
worked.
Yeah,
Like,
you're not
it's
sure if he's
it's
willing
like
to go there.
exactly
yet.
how you think he would act in that moment. You
Mm.
know
Yeah,
what I
he
mean?
is.
Exactly.
He's like joking with it.
Yeah.
It's not,
It's nothing to him.
This
Yeah.
is like I know there's nothing
It's
you
like-
can do to stop me. I'm devil. Like
Literally.
you're just a guy. Like,
Yeah.
exactly.
and I do like that you don't see him kill anybody until he's in my body because you're not positive he's willing to go there yet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're not absolutely positive if he like or if he even
You
physically
saw
can
the
kill
positive
people.
one.
It's his first one. It's
Yeah,
his
like
first
you don't
one.
know if he can physically kill people in the real world yet.
Yeah.
This is
Mhm.
a testament to Dan and Professor Crowley right here. It's just the performances again. Even Dale is like
Oh my
crawling
God,
on
he's-
the ground.
Yeah, he's killing this.
This
Oh
was
my god, yeah.
this was a lot for him to be able to do. I
This
remember
though.
I felt so bad just having him crawl on the ground during this scene, and I was like, dude, like, are you good? I was like, I know, like, we've done this like 20 times.
Oh yeah.
Are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm
We had to
good.
do it both ways, like with
Okay,
Rhinestone
Yeah.
Cowboy and
but
without
Josh,
it.
like, oh my god, this monologue that he gives while dancing, it's
Beautiful
just like,
shot there.
Man.
like
yeah,
all
this-
of this is just,
literally.
I just.
Thanks.
So
I had
don't know
seen
if this-
Joker recently.
I don't know
reading it.
if this commentary is
It-
supposed to be
it-
us blowing smoke up our own ass, but like this scene, is one of my favorite in the film because
Oh, that
you
door's
are
open
so
now.
good. The filming, like the
That lighting
cinematography
is
so
awesome.
good.
That
The
door.
lighting
the
is
door's
so
open.
good.
Wait,
Crowley is
I do-
so good.
No, it's like
I'm gonna
it's
point
straight
out.
up German expressionistic.
Do you
lighting
see that
almost.
open
It's
door?
like
Do you
so
see
many
that open
stark
door behind
shadows.
Professor Crowley?
Yeah.
Open door behind Professor Crowley. There is a deleted scene
Yeah.
where Professor Crowley is a sex trafficker.
That's
Yes,
right.
he has someone
And
taped
the
up in the
student from
closet.
Earlier, the
She
student
falls
from
out.
Amy Earlier, she falls out tied up. I forgot about that.
Yeah, Libby falls
All
out.
right.
Bang.
This scene right
She
here,
falls
right?
out of the door.
There is
Look
a
at
great
that.
moment of the great character choice made right about
Wait.
That thing kept getting stuck in the.
Yeah, that was the thing, though.
right. Ooh,
Yeah.
That's that. It's the joy in the kill.
He's having a good
Yeah.
time. Yeah, he's having a good time.
That is Satan, right
He
there.
can't get enough. He can't get enough smacks.
The
Yeah.
object that we were hitting was a Luxley case.
Yeah, I was putting holes
Josh,
in that thing.
Josh Bruins for sacrificing his case.
Thank you,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
Josh.
I love this bust.
This is.
I've got that up in
Yeah.
my house. I will keep
Right
it.
over there.
I will keep it for my entire life.
Oops.
Well, for
That-
anyone listening,
that will
we're
always be up in
recording
my
this
house.
at Josh's house, or at Jason's house, not at Josh's house, at Jason's house.
Yeah, it's in my
Silly.
apartment right now.
Oh, here we
Ah,
go.
here we go. This is what's
is
up.
it.
This
We're
is
gonna
it.
talk about a scene
More.
in a bunch of different
The
ways.
pinnacle of the film.
This day on set.
Woo!
today.
Drink me.
Drink me,
Homie.
homie. The X, the eyes, and the tongue sticking out.
The dollar signs around it.
Golly.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, thank God.
Fucking-
Oh, really?
The
Is that me
performance
thinking?
here, so good. It's so good.
No, I like, and so believably drunk too.
No,
like
it's-
drunk and sad, like
Literally
just
drunk,
so
just,
Crazy. It's crazy.
every line. Like,
Lost in the world
Daniel's
right now.
Daniel's
Fucking
this is
bitch.
Daniel,
Like, it's
Daniel's
great.
best scene in this entire film.
yeah, no,
And-
straight up.
Iconic.
Again,
He is just
I will
absolutely killing
hammer
the
this
game.
in improvised most of the time.
yeah. Like
Oh,
he's
And
just
that's
eating.
thanks to you guys though, because
the movie alive.
It's about to happen.
Yeah,
Not
we'll
just-
point that out when it starts happening. The phone
The live
bit right
stream.
here.
Oh,
that's
God,
coming
yeah,
up
the live
is
stream.
all improvised.
That's
Yeah.
a media app.
Sounds that he
The
fucking
social,
made.
the social media is called media app.
Media app.
Media app.
Oh,
I
it's
got
the fountain of youth.
It's the
I gotta-
That was
fountain of youth.
improv. Daniel and his fucking rhymes. He does that all the time, just so you know. Daniel can rhyme literally anything.
Loves to rhyme.
He does.
That's why he's a rapper.
That's the Lewis.
DeLewis.
is it right
I love all
Oh,
the
there's
people,
so many-
the comments. The
Yeah.
comments are
At
the
Alan
funniest thing.
Great
JK16.
finale.
That's my actual
Josh Bzura,
Instagram.
Dan the Man.
These are all of our
me.
actual Instagrams.
We filmed probably
Daniel.
like at least 10 minutes
Who's that?
worth of.
Who's that handsome guy back there? My mom.
Tippy tap piece. He's just walking away.
No, I'm like literally
His-
doing
his
Looney Tunes
profile
the whole
picture.
time.
Yes.
I'm straight up like, what
His
We
profile
cut so much
picture
of
is
this
so
that
good.
I was making
Yeah.
rhymes
Pistol
about like
Pete. Pistol Pete.
Pistol Pete, baby.
Terrible
all the
Thomas.
different
Cinematographer,
liquor
Pistol Pete.
in here.
Ninja
we
Man.
could
Lil
mention.
Raj. It's Lil Raj.
Lil Raj.
Brittany.
Angel
Lil Raj
Mike.
got some gas?
God joined.
God joined
Hung
the
like
chat.
Gabe.
Gabe, where the fuck you at?
Show me your
Show me your GED, dog.
I gotta be real. It took me a couple watches of the scene to actually watch DeLewis's performance because I was paying so much attention to the Instagram
stuff,
feed.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just too
Oh,
much.
here we
it's
go.
just too much.
And again, very cold. Daniel, an absolute fucking trooper for this scene.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
This was
Very
like-
cold out.
It
It
took
was-
so long to fill that pool. Too.
I was to say that pool was deceiving. We was
Yeah, it was
literally
like it was
You'd
like
think it would
assembly
take
line
nothing,
of
yeah.
water going in that pool.
Yeah.
Like,
It took
literally.
forever.
It was,
Very much
it was
so.
stupid cold. We
Too
had
much.
to fill that up with bathtub water to get that to like not be freezing.
How'd you get
Yeah,
that
our
shot,
hose-
Jason? The fish tank shot?
You'll never know. Hey, don't say that out loud. Don't say that out loud.
I didn't say anything. I said the
Waterproof
Swiss
camera.
swank
That
schmuck.
was a waterproof.
And this
Shout
mile,
out
this
shout out
too,
to the
yeah.
audio of the water here too, because Jason had to struggle for that one.
Yeah, I did all of the ADR for this right here. It was pretty awesome. I stuck my head in a sink.
oh,
Yeah,
One
it
minute,
was-
you're really gonna find out who
Who killed Tupac?
Yeah, we had some other lines that we did not use for that, for reasons that we will not speak of. But
look at that
phenomenal.
moon. Look at that moon.
and DeLewis just died.
Dead.
Hi, DeLewis.
That's a wrap on DeLewis, everybody.
This-
R.I.P.
This is my second.
Oh, here we go.
It's
Oh my
second
fucking
favorite.
God, I love
Just
it.
look
He's
at
also
Tom
whistling.
Fit.
I
Tom
fucking
Fit.
love. Oh,
Yeah.
Tom. No, Tom's dripping out big time. So is Gabe
yeah.
though.
No, they're both fucking it up.
Q and Tom just dripping
What
it
song were you whistling there by Paul
out.
McCartney?
Ram on.
Ram
by
On?
Paul McCartney.
I've never wanted to ask, but now I'm asking.
Yeah, no, that was Ram on.
I was like, if I get sued, I just want to act like I
You
don't
would act
know.
like you didn't know
Well,
it.
now it's on fucking recording for when you get.
Yeah, I
sued.
know.
Hang on, wait, Tom, redact this part.
You're allowed to
That's the
whistle.
point.
Redact it. that's where you're headed.
That's the point. I want to get
Tom's
sued.
getting
Remember
ready.
that? Yeah.
I tried to hit the spinorama, bro.
Oh, Dan does not take care of his body.
We had to find the one patch of snow that was still left.
Yeah.
It's one of my
There's no
favorite
snow.
shots of the whole
I love it. You got me. Fuck, he's out of breath.
No, that's one of his best.
No,
best
that is
deliveries.
like.
Yeah, so good.
Dog.
Is that a collector's item? No, this whole bit right here is just so funny. But this is again when we were losing snow at
Yeah.
this time of year,
Mhm.
and we just had to like really. A lot of the film is a low angle when it's out when it's exterior.
Nothing from
Yeah,
computer.
When it's
Great
exterior.
reference. Great ass
You know,
reference.
I got those UFC references.
Yeah, gotta throw 'em in
I,
there.
And if I could
This
just
is
say
when the
here,
cops got called on.
from
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
performance
The cops were there.
structure, right. Shooting in the snow sucks. It does.
It does.
It's not fun.
Not fun.
It's not fun.
Mhm.
Just quick moment there. Okay.
It's horrible.
You're saying the cops? The cops?
We
The cops got called
You're
on.
Oh,
about
yeah.
to see why we got the cops
Yeah,
called on
this
us
tirade I
But
go
that-
on.
in
that
just
shot-
a moment.
That shot when he walks into the sword, Jason was fending off the cops.
Yeah, I was-
While we
shooting
shot
them.
that.
No, the cops came up and I was like, you guys keep getting shots. I'm gonna just like disregard and distract the cops while
was
you
a-
guys pick this up.
It was a Sunday night while we were shooting this.
Yeah,
So I
Right
understand
here.
it.
this
Yeah,
is
this is
this
where
is
I-
why we got the cops calling us. Someone in this apartment building called the cops because Josh was saying this shit.
Yeah, that's
This
it.
is a nod to Nemesis Beast.
Yeah.
Our inspiration.
You just want to see people get jackrabbit fucked, booty clap, slapping that flesh. That's what you're going there for.
You telling me that? You telling me that's your daughter?
You mean that crazy psycho bitch was your daughter? That's
Yeah.
2 times now, Benny.
You don't
don't
trust
get
me?
a 3rd shot.
You don't trust Benny? Ha.
You know that number we discussed?
You can
That's
double now. Triple. You're starting to piss me off, Benny. Oh, here we go. The Billy strut. The Billy strut.
Oh
Yeah.
my God! You want to talk about goat status?
Someone's about to lay some pipe.
Oh yeah. I can't wait to slip into the
And
robe.
not just because he's wearing red like Mario, right?
No.
No. He's not
Shit's
just
gonna
That
get
was a
real.
bottom
Shit's
shelf
gonna
joke.
get
I
real.
love it.
that great character choice right there.
Oh, thank you.
This is a long movie.
It is.
I'm realizing
Who
that
could
as
who
I
could be
watch
coming? Who could be coming up the window?
You
It's our boy Marshall.
Could we have forgotten about? No.
I love hearing my favorite line. Dudes. Oh, 6 subtitles, but
Man.
he literally just comes up. Dudes. It's
one
so
of his-
good.
He's
Oh, I
so
love
strong
this.
in every
Again.
every scene he's
This
in.
is the
strong.
scene you were talking about earlier.
Yep.
Mhm.
What?
With his performance
This-
here, just
Yeah.
how he
Cinema-
plays
Oh yeah.
dumb perfectly.
Cinematography wise, straight out of The Shining right here.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Marshall, give me the bat.
Dude, Marshall's fucking crazy in this scene.
He's blacking
He's
out.
so good.
And
He's
good
absolutely
costume,
blacking
too.
out.
Yeah, man. He
Oh,
got
yeah.
my
Oh,
favorite.
God,
He
yeah.
got one of my favorite fits of the whole show.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
the whole movie. Sorry.
No,
Yeah, he's
crazy.
dripping off the charts.
He's so good.
I'm struggling to stay above the water over there because he's dripping so bad.
He is dripping
No, but
hard.
you suave. You suave.
Yeah,
man.
the robe.
He's dripping in bitches right here. I mean, Lars.
The
Hey.
lard joke. What a cheap shot.
We needed Lars, bro. I
love
love him
this
because
shot.
he's
I
one
love
of
the
this
Dutch.
He's one
shot.
of the very few
That is
characters
great.
you're actually rooting for in the
No,
movie.
you're right,
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
You really ain't even rooting for that many people. In
No,
this
he's like one of the
movie.
only people that's like really just a good dude.
Look,
Like,
that's actually worth like. He
He's
needs
dumb.
to. Yeah.
Yes,
He's
I'm
dumb,
Dan.
but
Of
he's
course,
worth
I'm
it.
Dan. That line was so Brett. So
Oh,
good.
thank you. I was
man.
studying
It's
him.
in the physicality, man.
The Dutch angles.
Those Dutches are killing me.
Dude, Peter Poulos, we have not talked about very much, but
Peter
fucking-
is
He's
the
the
I.
unsung hero.
He is literally he's the MVP of this movie. Like for
Oh my
real.
god, this movie would not be what it
Pistol
is without
Pete
him.
makes it
Pistol
what it
Pete!
is.
We almost shot this movie.
Preposterous Pete.
We almost shot this movie with me as a DP.
In perpetuity,
What?
Pete.
You would have done a good job.
Yes,
Wait,
it would have
Peter
worked.
did a phenomenal
Yeah.
He did the
job.
kind of job
Exactly,
that only one
exactly.
person could do, and it's Peter.
Improvised.
Fine as
Yeah,
Egyptian
that,
sand.
that right there.
Improvised.
The fake high five.
Yes.
That was improvised.
Classic.
Oh, callback.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute, that's a
Chekhov's
motif.
fingers.
That's a motif. Hey.
Would we have
going-
not addressed that?
and
We're here
We didn't
for
address the
Saturday.
Chekhov's gun,
So
no.
now that we're here on the Saturnalia commentary, we'll just say the Chekhov's gun line in Camp Murder is
But-
the best. My favorite in the film.
but
That's what got Callie on
You're
board.
fucked.
You're fucked.
Whack. Whack.
We shot that before the
Whack.
Crowley scene. That's why it says you're fucked on the board.
Oh, you're
Whoa.
right. You're right.
We didn't script that.
I love that you
There
don't
was
get
a
to see me
whole-
drag him out now, and like
Oh.
it's just revealed what has
Yeah,
become of him
That was a whole deleted
right
scene.
here. Like that's great. You just get one flash of it.
There was
Yeah.
Foot.
There was
That's
so much-
diabolical.
there was a whole scene with
Awful.
Lars.
Oh yeah, there was. I drag him out there and like
My
talk to him
favorite
for a
This-
minute.
this
and
right-
he's,
Got a live
oh yeah.
performance in this movie that's
This,
phenomenal.
this right here.
Come on.
We had to re-record it, but
More-
Come on.
Hey, don't say that on the commentary.
This should
Look
be
at that
a-
smoke.
that's a keyboard. We,
Hold
it's
up.
not-
Uh-oh.
Hey!
Wait, 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 wait.
Yes.
Josh's balls.
Yeah, you can see it for a second. You can see it for a second.
Well,
Oh,
that
man.
dildo, you slapped me in the face with
Yeah,
that
I kept
dildo.
whacking.
You
I
carried that-
kept bonking her with the dildo.
Yeah.
You carried that dildo
Not
around
my
for a couple of
favorite
days.
moment.
I was just swishing it around. It was fun.
Josh,
Swinging it.
Josh is playing the keys for real in this scene right here.
Yeah, I wrote this bit.
Killing it.
Yeah, the
Killing
look
You-
at
it.
you
that
might
is
remember
amazing.
this song from the beginning of Camp
Of Camp Murder, yeah, it's in the beginning of Camp Murder. I
If you've seen
wrote
Camp
it for this, and then I repurposed it for Camp Murder.
You
This
wrote it
was-
for something
so
in
let's
film
talk about
school.
this too, because this was, as an actor, this was my first sex scene that I ever filmed.
Mine too.
And I will just say that had it been with anybody other than this crew, it would have been a much different situation for me. Like you guys made it very easy because, well, spoiler alert, newsflash, no one on this crew
Boom.
is really creepy.
No,
No one.
not anymore.
Ah!
Boom!
You said it. Yeah, so it was a good experience, I think, for everyone involved.
Oh, it
Switch
was.
to anamorphic. I love it.
Yeah, so here we switched to anamorphic lenses to kind of just like really change up the look. Also,
This is the same park we shot Can't Murder in.
No, it's not.
Or no, it's just near
not.
it. It's near
near.
it. It's near it.
I was selling my anamorphic lenses at this point in time, and I was like, fuck it, let's use them one last time. But I wanted a little bit of closure for Satan's character. We shot this about over a year after we had wrapped on
way
filming.
after principal photography.
And I'm glad we did it because at this point in time, both Brett and Josh had really been into their characters. They understood what was going on.
Yeah, we were in a
what
groove.
they needed to
You
do.
guys look so good.
Yeah,
The fits are
they're-
crazy. The
they're
fits are
dripping.
crazy.
They're dripping.
Jason Allen costume design.
They're
I still have those pants. I only wear them
Beautiful.
to East Lansing with my green shirt.
It's just the scene itself is just too good. You guys just like play off of each other so well, and I think again it really wraps up like the point of Satan's character,
Yeah.
the way it should be without being.
Well, before this scene, "Fuck God, boom" was Satan's last line in the movie.
Yeah,
And like now he gets his own kind of like
Yeah,
we really get
and-
a door closing. And I remember in the original cut of the movie, I would always kind of wondered, like, I do kind of wonder exactly how Satan felt about Dan. Like where was that left off? And now
exactly.
we really get like in no uncertain terms.
Once we had a rough cut of the film, and I watched it and was like, I think it's just missing something. I don't think it's right that Brett / actual Satan's last scene is the scene with him on the couch with Michael, and I think he deserves like a better ending than
Yeah.
that. You know, I don't think Josh and Dan's body should be how he ends. You know, and we decided at the final hour to kind of add this into the film and kind of wrap up both Dan and Satan and make it full circle with both of their characters, and I'm glad we did it because it just really helped tie everything in a nice pretty ribbon and just be like, here you fucking go, here's the movie, you know. Here's what you needed to see, and both of you guys just absolutely killed it right here, and
So pretty. Good
yeah.
shots.
It's I'm the time of year that we shot it, the way we
The
shot
sunlight this day, the lenses,
everything
All
was
the
just
gunshots that were
perfect.
already in the background.
yeah,
that we just
pretty
added
cool.
To, shooting right next to a gun range.
Wait, there's no
You
gun
were next to a
range.
gun range?
There's no gun range. What are you talking about? What
Are you crazy?
talking about?
That's the apocalypse happening.
That's
Yeah,
the
it's outside of his brain.
That's
Yeah,
outside
dude.
of
It's
his
like when you
brain.
hear the alarm going off in your dream, but you don't wake up.
It's like using the bathroom in a dream.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're
You
actually
always
starting
do
to
it.
Pee all over
If
yourself.
you're ever thinking you're in a dream, just go pee and you'll wake up.
Where did you get that coming from?
If you start
And
hearing
that's
I love
what
that
was
shot.
Such a good
hot.
That's-
shot.
I love that.
Such a good shot.
I love that. And you know what's funny? I remember we were shooting it, and we both just happened to take a bite of ice cream at the
Yeah.
same time and did that head tilt. And Jason was behind us. He's like, "Hold on, we got to get another shot back here because that was fucking awesome. We had to
Yeah.
get a shot of you guys' heads tilting at the same
Well,
time."
I wanted to get a shot of like how similar you guys like actually were. in
How
a
like
way.
we formed like this symbiotic
Yeah,
relationship.
exactly. It's just you didn't even have to be
Well, really, it's parasitic.
in
but-
control of each other, where it just
Fronting
was
is
natural.
symbiotic.
Codependent.
Well,
I
he
got
got
laid.
Dan laid. Yeah.
I got laid. It's
Yeah, Dan had sex. He just
trade offer. You
This is-
receive one crumb of pussy. I receive world
This
domination.
Well, that is yet
This
to
is
be determined.
post nut syndrome right here.
This whole movie is what zero pussy does to one motherfucker. That's what this movie is.
That's the theme of the film, my man. But I don't know. This again, being Brett's last scene of the film right here is just
This final gag.
unreal.
Deuces.
He's just too good. And the way
That's
we
such a
shot
good-
it,
good delivery.
yeah, his delivery is just incredible. It puts a good cap on Satan's character, I think, and Satan as a whole.
There.
That's it.
Yeah, right there.
That's the movie.
That's it.
Dan-
It sums it all
Dan's
up.
the idiot.
It sums the whole thing up.
How long was that in your hair?
Quite a bit.
That
Took
was-
forever to get
It's
it
the
out.
Also-
final lick of the cone.
Yeah,
for
one
me,
more
dog.
lick. That's what Dan would do though.
That
Like,
was-
once
Yeah, no.
I already fucked it all
Technically, the
up.
last shot of the film was
There's-
that right there.
Yeah, that was the last thing we showed.
This right here that you're hearing, that is in fact not black screen, but a white
That is
screen
a
with
white
voiceover.
screen, much
White
more
screen.
Contrary,
tasteful.
contrary to popular belief.
Much more tasteful.
Yes.
Yeah, we're having Michael, aka Dan Pesta, talk about his
battle cry.
character development and his switch up from being like, whoa, is this guy a good guy or is he trying to take over the world? We don't know. But
Right.
it's just it carries the rest of the film being like, whoa, maybe Satan wasn't alone.
Yeah, the whole thing's just a big power struggle.
Exactly.
Why couldn't he intervene?
Exactly.
God, this makeup, man. The amount of times I would be like Snapchatting somebody while we were on set, and I would just like send them one snap, and it would be like my regular face, and then like an hour later, I send another one, and I'm just all fucked up, and they're like, what's going on with you?
What happened to your face?
Because
What
he
didn't?
heal from DeLewis's beat up.
Yeah, now that
So
Satan's
that's
out of me,
after
like everything that I accrued in this film is just
Oh,
bad.
and who is they?
Who's that sexy son of a
Whoa,
bitch?
those are the guys that died.
I
There
think
we
you're
go.
nude for me, dog.
I'm flexing pretty hard.
Yeah, he's looking pretty fucking ripped.
But,
Right
you know,
here.
he would be flexing because he's in pain. It's motivated, all right? You flex when you're in pain.
He did not work out for this role.
I didn't. Can you tell?
No, which is necessary because if you,
Dan
if
doesn't
you
take care of
would've
his
showed up
body.
as Dan all fucking ripped
Buff
up,
Dan?
I would have been like, no.
No, Dan doesn't take care of his body, bro.
No.
Oh, you said that in the movie.
I say that.
You do say that.
I
in the
do
movie.
say that. That was ad lib
This,
line. I wanted to make sure everyone
This
knows.
right here, that is a 100%.
Look at the cute.
Computer
Computer
generated. Look at those. I love the
shot.
eyes.
What?
The eyes
It was
blinking in the
computer
back are
generated?
great.
You guys didn't get that? Like,
No, I actually decided
That was in camera.
instead of having
Yeah.
people levitated into the sky, we should do that with the computer, and it worked out pretty decent. Dare I say?
Some people like to do it that way.
Wait, Lily was in the bed, and there's all the guys that he just killed.
There they are.
So
They
the-
all have. Look at that.
Yeah.
Like, you know, see no evil, hear no evil,
And if
speak
you
no
look
evil.
closely, DeLewis's hair actually is supposed to be 666, but that middle curl got a little fucked.
He's
Oh, that's
also
a
he's
nice
also
touch.
posed as the
Yeah,
Virgin
right?
Mary, but also
I like the continuity with that clock.
three
Good job.
wise men that you saw in that dream, and that's the end of the movie.
Is it the end of the
But
movie?
is
though?
it the end of the movie?
Yeah,
But is
Jason
it?
Allen, Riley Ayer, and Jason Allen.
Woo!
Woo!
Riley Ayer.
Woo! Yeah, Riley, Josh, yes.
Josh!
Brett.
Brett!
Callie.
Uh-oh,
Yeah.
Callie.
Yeah.
Q, baby. Let's go, Q.
Oh my God,
Oh my God,
Dan
Dan
Pesta.
Pesta.
Marshall.
Marshall's not mellow.
These
are all
Daniel the
the best.
My
Joey's
God,
the
everyone.
legend.
You guys noticed something
Peter
here.
Knox, yeah.
These are all people that were
Teddy
in the
D.
movie.
What?
know?
No.
Is that okay? I was wondering like what the pattern was with all
Oh,
those
yeah.
names.
Colleen, I love you. Peter
I thought it was
Knox,
kind of like an
yes.
abstract kind of thing.
No,
That's
Thomas
Pistol
Boston.
Pete. We love you.
Assistant
Woo, I
director.
got Josh Bruins, the
Tom.
best extra.
Josh Bruins.
A lot of
Yeah,
Joshes on this
oh,
set.
Yeah,
A lot of
Jordan Currie,
Too
that
many.
guy's the
Too
best.
many Joshes on this
All this
set.
font.
Oh,
drew
yeah,
all-
no, I had to draw all of them
McCloskey.
by
Woo,
hand, so it
yeah,
was too
Devin
much.
DeRocher. I don't know who that is, but yes.
Yeah, one.
Woo,
Red-Leaded
Brody.
Antlers,
Yeah,
bro.
Red Leonard Antlers.
Kylie,
That's what I'm
love
talking about.
you.
That's what I'm
That was
talking
me
about.
again.
Callie.
Nice. Oh, look at
Jason
Jason.
Allen.
Those-
And
Wow.
Riley, woo! Jason Allen,
Wow.
yes. Jason Allen again.
Look at those producers.
Okay.
God,
Josh
Bert.
Bzura,
Ah.
Callie Bussell. Oh boy.
No,
Whoa.
what is this?
The movie's
Silence?
over, right?
The Black
Thanks
Sea?
for tuning in, everybody, to the
Wait, hold on.
Saturnalia.
Wait a minute.
Marvel
Hold
movie.
on.
Wait,
Oh.
what's going on?
We cut a lot of this out.
Saturnalia 2 coming
Yeah,
soon.
you don't get to see the shoes.
What the fuck?
Love this shot.
Fun fact, what was deleted
No,
from this
bitches.
is that Lily is wearing DeLewis's shoes.
Which, it's important to say, are at least 5 pounds apiece.
Yes.
Those shoes are weighted.
Those
Yeah.
they're heavy motherfuckers.
They are actually weighted
Big old shoes.
running trainer shoes.
They were ski shoes.
ski shoes?
They
That's
were
what
for
they
they were for skiing.
They're at least 5 pounds apiece.
Yeah, they were heavy. They were heavy. So much of this movie that I forget about me.
Yeah.
I
It's
had
crazy.
an insane
Kind of a fever
migraine
dream
while
this
we
Here's
shot
here's
this.
Really?
here's the confirmation that
Jason asked me 7 times.
all the
"Are you
angels are
okay?
gay."
Are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm good. I have a migraine.
Yeah,
Just in a bunch of pain.
you seem
Yeah.
you seem a little uncomfortable. I just gotta make sure that no one's getting sexually assaulted on my set. So
That's
Well,
the-
that
Not
wouldn't.
on
That
the set,
most
no.
important.
come on,
Most
nothing like that could ever happen
no.
with anyone that we know.
Absolutely. But Monquez right here is fucking insane.
It's the fan.
Oh my God.
Man.
The fan.
That was another improvised thing right there.
Get to be authentic.
This was actually Monquez's first scene that he shot.
It
No,
was,
it was.
wasn't it?
It was.
And then from there, it just, again, as I stated earlier, from this scene on, it just went downhill with the homoeroticism with every straight male.
Yeah,
on the set.
we were just all just too brick.
I think I was taking a nap during this scene, and I woke up and I was like, I feel gay. What's going on here?
But I think what's really important to note is it fits perfectly, even though this was shot out of order, that Monquez brings a homoerotic energy to this because Satan picks on that earlier.
He does.
Yeah.
And that, like, now he stepped into it, now that Satan isn't an influence, and this.
Boom.
Exactly.
Oh my
This
goodness.
is probably my number one favorite shot of
No,
the
for
entire
sure.
movie.
I feel you.
Entire movie. This 100% right
it's
here is
angel time.
improvised.
Time fits,
This
bro.
is the
Oh, right
this is
there.
the crib that Peter Pulo slept in as a baby.
Yeah.
Whoa.
The cinematographer who we still have barely touched upon,
Man.
but he fucking killed this
He is
movie.
literally like a
He-
genius.
I have never seen that man sleep in my entire
No,
life.
no, he doesn't
There's
sleep.
still no proof. Still
No,
proof.
there's
No, he's like,
proof.
well, I have stuff to render.
Yeah,
He'd show up. He'd show up on a 3-hour turnaround and be like, "Yeah, so I edited those
I
scenes
put the
together."
scene together to show you.
Yeah, I cut
What?
together like a loose version of the
He
Daily Show.
actually
Like, you
40
what?
You have like a 40-minute drive, bro. What the
He-
hell are you doing?
He actually would. He actually would. And he slept on my mom's wall in my mother's house. It was
What do you
fucking.
mean slept on the wall?
He just
Like a
laid
bug,
against.
like a spider.
He
He
laid.
posted up. He posted up.
He posted up on the wall and
Vampire
slept
sleep.
in between shoots one day.
like sitting up.
He just laid next to it, and that
Oh.
was it. And now I was
That's
like,
funny.
dude, do you want the couch? And he's like, no.
no, he
I'm
was like,
okay over
the
here.
hard floor is better for my back.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
He's such a
But
crazy psycho.
He is the absolute
Talented psycho.
reason
Oh my
why
God,
this
yeah.
movie looks as good as it does.
Mhm.
And Josh.
I love that
Josh.
man.
And Josh, don't forget Josh.
And Josh Bruns. He
The light.
both of them fucking brought their absolute best to this movie, and I'm eternally grateful for them. I would die for them. They're
Oh,
the absolute
yes.
best.
Here's the song.
Here's the song I mentioned earlier. This is one of my favorite songs of all time, by Red Lid and Antlers, playing over the cast/crew.
Credits.
It's called "With My Love," and here we go. And that was Saturnalia.
We hope you had fun.
Yeah, absolutely. That was the movie, and
We liked it. I hope you did too.
I hope you thought that you should have sex after watching the movie.
Yeah, you're supposed to get like,
This
good.
is,
Especially homoerotic.
You want to get
sex.
good and horned up for this one.
The sex of sex.
And I hope you took maybe a little bit more away from it than having actual sex.
Well, it
But
depends.
again, the point of that film was to just evoke a lot of personal attachment and a lot of film.
We hope it made you reflect on your own sins.
Yeah,
Yes.
it just
Find God.
hold the mirror
sure
hold the
did.
mirror up to yourself and be like, you know what? I'm a
Okay,
piece of
Hamlet.
shit.
You know
I'm
what?
just
I can't
kidding.
believe we all
I'm
got
kidding.
through this whole
Yes.
these
Keep
two
recording.
commentaries completely sober.
Thank y'all, thank y'all.
Yeah,
No,
Jordan.
for real, this is one of the most like exquisite experiences of my entire life, and most. I that sounds super pretentious, but
It's
I
not.
mean that.
It's not.
It was probably the best thing I've ever done with my life up until now,
Mm.
and I'm incredibly grateful for having done this. I'm glad I sacrificed so many things in my life to do this, including my own health
And $13.
and Tom's health, and $13 to pay everybody, and it was just the
Good
best.
pizza. Good pizza on this.
We had some pretty good pizza. we got Jimmy John's on one day. shooting
Yeah, no
this.
joke.
Everyday editing.
Stunt
I got
team.
Jimmy John.
Every day editing.
Non-existent.
The coffee was
Tom
always-
likes
Stunt
the,
team,
Tom
not
likes the
existent.
number 6, the veggie. If you ever want to get Tom's and Jimmy John's,
Oh, Tom's the veggie man?
Tom's a
Number
veggie
6
man.
Yeah.
as opposed
Yeah.
to a number 12.
Avocado.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
He likes
Like
avocado
He's not a
sandwich.
beach club man. He's a.
He likes avocado
veggie man.
sandwich.
Okay, okay.
But this was like a very pivotal moment in our lives, I think, making a film, because we all kind of really like put ourselves to the test as far as storytelling goes and film production goes, and be like, hey, like we have a small budget, but like we're going to really just put everything we possibly have into
Special
this.
no thanks.
I forgot about the rednecks who thought we were mugging
At
Josh.
3 a.m.
Yeah, fuck those ladies.
Those
Sosa
rednecks who
was
thought
ready
we
to
were
fight.
mugging
That is a
Josh.
funny fucking joke at the end. I've never seen that.
I forgot about
That's
that.
I literally
great.
forgot about that too. They pulled up, didn't they? Like in the parking lot.
The
Like,
rednecks?
Yeah, they thought I was getting my ass
They
beat.
What
thought
are
we
you
were
doing at
actually
Walk
being up
Boy?
Josh. But
They were
that was
literally like-
Saturnalia, everybody.
They're like, have him stand up and tell us he's okay, because we don't believe the two guys in the angel costumes telling us that he's fine.
What type of fit is that to do with
Hey,
mugging? Like, yo, we about to put some
Ginger,
wings on
With
the
a-
back
with
and
a
go fuck some
camera?
shit
Oh,
up.
and
And
there he is
sound.
again.
Woo!
Those little buggy eyes.
Thank
You guys.
Oh man.
Well,
Motherfuck.
that was
We're gonna end it.
Saturnalia, folks. We hope you enjoyed it.